I forgot I had to look up more cowboy stuff. 5.
5 means you're live. Welcome back to the Foozca channel. We're playing some Pathfinder, Alkenstar shenanigans. I will get into a brief recap, but I do want to introduce my lovely crew. Joe, since we were just yapping, why don't you introduce yourself, sir, and tell everybody what you're working with.
You know, I never paid attention to who goes first because it didn't matter and it mixes up every time. But this is the first time I've consciously registered that going first means I absolutely get the intro timestamp right, and there's no way Flandy can ruin it. And I say that knowing that I miss you, Flandy, and I can't wait for you to come home. In the meantime, I'm Joe, and I'm here, and I'm playing Merrick, and he is absolutely every bit the edgelord he looks like, and that's a fun time for me. He's a ranger with just enough gunslinger to fit the cowboy role. And that's that. We're doing this, and we're gonna be sometimes we're playing Baldur's Gate. Watch that too, and then go watch Lee because Lee's gonna introduce himself next because I said his name.
Hi, I'm Lee. I'm on loan from Dice Lore. We play D&D. We play Pulp Cthulhu.
On loan?
I'm on loan from Dice Lore. Yeah. Some other stuff. We haven't done much lately, but I think next week we're playing both Cthulhu and D&D. So that should be cool. I'm supposed to intro my character, but man, when it comes down to it, you know, we're all just secretions of sensory experience or feeling. Programmed with total assurance that we are each somebody, when in fact, everybody's nobody. Dirty.
Lee, please never say secretions in my presence again.
Old pro called Dirty.
Yeah.
Lou, would that be better?
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, that's fair. I'm Dirty. I run the Dirty Rollers RPG channel here on Twitch. We play Witchlight most Wednesdays when we're not all ill or suffering from something. But yeah, we play 7 p.m. Eastern. We have a really good time. We're almost done with Witchlight, so just come and see it. We have like a chapter and a half or a chapter and a quarter left to go. It's gonna be like our first finished full-length module, and I'm super excited for it. But yeah, thank you, Nenners Foozca, having us on here. I'm having a good time, and maybe heist today. A heist with Fooz. That's your cue.
I had to unmute myself. I'm so sorry. I know. I was like, I should start talking, and then I just saw that it was like still muted, and I was like, I'm ruining everything. Okay, so
it's such a good flow.
We did, and I fucked it up, and I was also panicking because I was like, for some reason they're not hearing the music, and then the music suddenly changed to this luau, so I'm panicking on all fronts. So I'm gonna just change the music really quick and finally introduce myself. Hello, I'm Foos. I am playing Kuza today. Panic on all fronts, for real. And again, as per usual, Nenus was like, Cowboys, and I was like, Druid, and then he let me do it, so I appreciate it. But yeah, no, I'm happy to be back here. We do TTRPG stuff. We have a new series that's going to be coming out like late March-ish, so which is tomorrow, is the next month, which is insane because we're done with February today. Yeah, so that's coming up, and as mentioned, we played Baldur's Gate 3, in which I yell at Nenners for never listening, and we have a really good time. But otherwise,
does Nenners have a good time?
He does.
I have a great time.
Okay.
It's just she doesn't like doing heroic things, so I just have to, you know. Sometimes.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna table that for another time. This is sibling nonsense, is what you're hearing. I'm very happy to be here, and I will pass it to our lovely GM Nennis.
I'm just saying in BG3, I'm not here for the pacifist run. That's all I'm saying. Thank you.
Nobody else is.
We killed everyone.
Oh God. Anyway, as much as I enjoyed chilling my sister, I guess I should probably get to the recap.
Who are you though, Nenners? Who are you?
I said I'm Nenners. I'm Nenners again.
Well,
in case you forgot.
What do you do though? What do you do?
I bother you professionally, and you know, occasionally DM. But how's it saying?
You're doing the recap.
You read me ferociously. So yeah, previously on X-Men, we we were well, you guys got into a lot of stuff last time. There was you got to the Alkenstar proper, which was exciting, and were able to kind of work your way in. You got some kind of more clues as to who you're working with and what they're more or less fighting for. You were dropped off at the Balloon Saloon, as you're currently calling it, and met with Phoebe Dunsmith, and she kind of clued you in to kind of like what's going on, what needs to more or less happen, and what was I going to say? Like what she's asking of you, right? Basically, there's a disappearance of a lot of craftsmen, somewhat mysteriously within Alkenstar. They were able to pull one back, which you had seen, which had gone through some really horrific things, and they're just trying to get to the bottom of it. They have tracked most or a good chunk of what is happening to this bank, which is owned by dubious folk, and suspect that there might be, or there will be, potential evidence pointing to, more of this kind of kidnapping ring, which is in league with the Technics League, which you've already kind of fought one of their members on your way in here. In addition to that, you guys decided to go scope out the joint, so there was some pretty humorous grappling hooking onto roofs and fast talking. There was a man who was robbed, whose marriage is in grave danger. There was the exchanging of real names. There's some interesting things happening. There's also a drunk individual who clearly hates his job and potentially his life and is slightly racist, but was tracked down by the goblin and was chatted up quite a bit and escorted to yet another bar despite the hour. And after all of that lovely stuff, you guys reconvened back at the Balloon Saloon, in the cellar specifically, where she kind of broke down, kind of the specifics of it. And then I believe we sent her off to get a few like disguise kits and stuff like that. So that is currently in progress. But I believe she said she'd be an hour or two. It's a little late. I'd say it's like 9-10 p.m. ish. But you guys are all in the cellar of the Balloon Saloon, more or less either essentially officially waiting for Phoebe to come back, but you can do whatever you like, obviously. And that's where I would leave you guys.
I think we did share what we more or less found, right? Sorry, go ahead.
Just assuming I was not wrong and it's not somebody else, then as you are scraping things against other things with your microphone again.
I was hearing things. I wasn't sure who that was. It stopped, so that's good.
Okay. Keep my hands off it.
I assume it's one of the 8 excessive audio peripherals you have plugged in.
Oh, that's true. Are you using the correct one? Okay, but...
Is it making noise now?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'll just have to... I'll mute when I type or do anything around it, and it should be fine, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's all good. I think where we did Tob get back yet? I know you were off getting a man drunk for information. Oh no, you were just taking him to the next bar.
Drunk for information. He was already drunk. I didn't have to do any of that.
That's true. That's true.
I think I was on my way back.
I believe you were there for the whole for the majority of that speech, if not all of it. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically speaking, it was maybe a 20-minute detour, probably another 10 minutes to get back. So yeah, you had time.
Perfect. So yeah, I would have passed along the information that I gathered. Yeah, passed along the fact that man is a truly morose individual, and he probably shouldn't be in a second bar for one night.
And we took the keys that Osnith currently has, and Merrick, you overheard a bunch of conversations and stuff, so putting all that info together.
Learned the half-orc guy was or full orc, I forget. Either way, he had long white hair, and he was the head accountant guy. And there's a secret room that doesn't have doors. But I left the window open.
I do remember that. Did we decide which order we're going in? Should we check out that room with no doors, or should we just get straight into it?
Do I remember bookshelves and things of interest in that room, or was it just kind of a meeting place?
It looked like it was primarily a meeting place. It's also dark. You're looking in. It's not the greatest angle, but it looked pretty barren.
Well, room seemed empty, mostly just a secret place to talk, I think.
All right, then. What, front door? Or should we... I mean, we have the keys. Hopefully they can let us in anyway.
How many keys are on the ring that we got?
That's a fantastic question.
That is a great question. Give me 1 second. It's probably turning a ton of noise. There are 5 keys on that ring.
Do they all look roughly similar?
No, they have 2 of them look similar. The rest are differing in like material, shape, size, stuff like that. You're a native to this city, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, nearby, but I've been living in the city for some time.
Okay, so you would recognize that one of them looks, 2 of them actually look like they would be used on like a house, like an Alkenstar style home here, which is likely going to exacerbate that man's marital troubles. But yes, at least 2 of those, and then one of them looks like it's a pretty well made, like this is clearly a well machined key, which is likely, if you're to discern one, for the bank. And then there's a couple other ones that one of them looks like a one that you would put like in a desk, like it's small, thin, not like a full-sized key. And the other is how do I explain this? It's actually, no, you were there. It's one for footlockers.
Okay.
It's like a skeleton key for the footlockers, because you had seen him give Kuza a key, so you would be able to recognize that for sure.
Okay. Well, 2 of these most likely are applicable to the gentleman's domicile, but the others should be of service to us in the bank, I would think.
And we also have for our level and time spent, not insignificant amount of gold that we could potentially go purchase things with.
Correct. It is 10 p.m.
It is late,
so, yeah. There's
the best merchants are the ones open this late.
absolutely best, safest, absolute non business district, high upstanding, late night.
Exactly.
Kuza's gold is currently earning interest.
It is. I put my money in the bank. Almost all of it. Actually, all the money that we got today. Yeah.
Sure.
Front door?
Your whole 125.
Me 125.
Well, front door ain't exactly discreet.
Well, we have a second story that you could do. We have, I forgot. I saw one in the back or on the side, right? There was a
Yes.
single guard there.
There was a guard, or like there's robots patrolling. So there was roughly, on the exterior, 4 to 5, but there was 2 in the back specifically, and 1 human, like actual guard.
Like at the door, though.
Yeah, at the back door.
Yep. But, Merrick, you said the upstairs had no exit, just all magic.
Didn't see one. I suppose it don't mean there ain't one.
Well, otherwise, don't recommend the front. It's on the street and all, but maybe that back door with the lone human, maybe that guy won't be there later. It's just mechanical friends.
Try that.
If you take him down quiet and quick.
Looks at his big ass sword, that gun attached to it. Well, might not be the job for me, but
I see, maybe gently as well.
I don't think anybody in this group does anything gently.
I don't know how gentle you can be with a machine, but
Maybe can you
Oh,
turn into
well.
like a, I don't know, you turn into a bear, can you turn into maybe a big ass snake and just strangle it quietly?
I can do a snake. Takes a bit though. It's not like I'm not sure if you've ever strangled something or someone, but it takes a little bit of time.
Oh, you sound experienced in strangling things.
Well, I've been a snake before.
If we're speaking of the automatons, quite possibly some sort of rodent could gnaw at the circuitry.
That's a good idea too.
She would not know that. I was gonna complain about possibly being zapped, but there's no way she would ever think about that. Sounds good. I'm double checking my spell too right now. I'm just like, which forms do I have left as well? I don't think I'm a particularly big snake. It just says snake, so I'm like, I don't think that's huge.
Osneth, what about you? You have any explosion? Maybe not explosions, because that kind of goes against the whole quiet nature of things. But you got any gizmos or liquids that?
Well, sure, I've made mention of the acids before. I would assume we don't want any sort of electrical discharge going off that might set off some fireworks. But
No, no secretions, no discharge, none of that.
All I heard was asses and discharge.
God damn it.
we could potentially use some sort of an acidic substance to dissolve whatever it is that makes them tick.
Perfect. Maybe if we want to get real extravagant, we could maybe use our rodent friend as a delivery system.
Do you mean me?
Yeah, well, if you can be a rat and all.
I could be a crab or a cat or a frog.
You're fresh out of rats, huh?
Fresh out of rats.
No, this is me being completely oblivious to what Pathfinder druids can be. Did you have to pick like a small handful of
No,
forms?
it's just like they just have a list where it's like you gain based on one of the animals you choose, and then it's just this list. One of them is an orca, but I don't think that's appropriate right now.
The old
Because we're doing a
Alkenstar
Wild
desert
West
orca.
campaign.
Be a heck of a distraction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm double checking as well just to make sure that I'm not like crazy about this, but it's
Look
just
up.
one of the like untamed forms or whatever. Oh no, that's the other thing.
Like an orca
Yeah.
that's, or a bullet rather, that's just colored like an orca.
That's kind of awesome. I also wonder if this is just like the animals that they have listed here into a medium animal. Yeah, so either way, I'm always medium, I guess. Yeah, choose a form listed. Yeah, so I think it's got to be these guys. But yeah, she'll just be... Well, not a rodent. Smallest I can get is probably the crab. Oh wait, no, they're all medium. Is that the biggest crab you've ever seen? How does that
medium
work?
crab.
That's one of those coconut crabs.
It's a big fucking crab. Maybe the cat. Cat. I could be a cat.
Are these external automatons stationary or were they ambulatory?
Ambulatory.
Okay,
They think they're people.
so there's got to be a certain amount of stealth involved here as well.
They also had lights mounted on their heads. I know
Perfect.
Tob definitely saw that.
Well, what if you think we could, having been on a real limited excursion with y'all here, and one that was definitely the loud variety, do you think we could maybe just not destroy anything and just sneak on in? Maybe to do all of our wrecking on the way out?
That's a good point. We're all thinking about how we can knock some teeth out immediately, but that doesn't need to be the first thing we do.
How you get through the door without the robot knowing?
Distract him, maybe?
Cause some kind of distraction? Or
I don't know much about robots, but I don't think they abandon their post same as a human might.
Well, you could always give it a try. There's always the second story. Do we got any digging tools?
Explosives.
Well, no,
Trying
that's
to be
the
quiet.
fun route. That's the
Now,
fun
these-
route, not the quiet route.
These automatons, I assume they have a programmed route that they move on. So yes, we could probably time our entrance as far as that goes.
Yeah, we can always.
Do we assume that the entrances and exits are under surveillance by them at all times, or do we think there might be a window?
There's definitely a window. They have patrol,
Okay.
kind of. There's a finite amount of them, and they can't watch all of them at the same time. So it's just a matter of them patrolling. They can't keep perimeter security without moving, essentially.
Okay.
Well,
There
maybe
it
we'll
is.
get lucky and the human guard won't be there at night.
Well, the future is an untamed expanse where even our most certain steps may find no ground to land upon.
You see Top just looking up at you and just blink.
Kuzal like leans into your field of view. I understood some of that time. But I think in general, we should just take a look again. I guess once we actually see what's there at night, that'll help us make a decision.
It's a further observation.
Yeah.
Nocturnal this time.
Yeah.
What sort of a time constraint are we under?
Before light?
Does this endeavor need to be done this evening?
Yeah, she was. Phoebe said it's probably better if it's done before the bank opens.
Well, that's true. We do have a limited window based on the fact that we have that gentleman's keys.
Uh-huh.
I don't think he'll be waking up for a good long while, though. He's still alive. Just want to put that up.
Oh, boy.
Oh, it's the other gentleman. You got two.
Oh,
Yeah, the gentleman
Whoop.
that was
He may
robbed.
not be waking up once his wife gets on him.
I interrupt the gentleman.
Uh, Oh, well, also, I wanted to mention this a little bit before, but some of you already had the pleasure of finding out, but I can do some magic things, but sometimes it's a little wonky in these parts. But I can't turn into a rat. But if I find a rat, I can, like, talk to him and, like, see through his eyes. So I can get him to go in there and give us some answers.
That's fascinating.
But, like I said, it's going to be some magic, so, like, there might be some strange things.
Side effects.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm sorry about that again.
I would recommend taking cover, gentlemen.
Yeah.
You didn't
Noted.
get hurt, did you?
What's that?
You didn't get hurt, did you?
No injury.
Just a little bit of oil.
And it
It's good
disappeared
for
as soon as it
yeah,
appeared.
we were well moisturized for a moment.
I prefer to be unmoisturized if that's what happens when you do spells.
Yeah, well, of all the opportunities, I think that was all right. All the things that could have happened, I think we lucked out a little bit. But
Well,
anyway,
that-
if there are some things I can maybe do, then just things might get interesting. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what? Oh, hell, hold on. I want to know what to potentially expect here. What is the if that was the best of circumstances? What might happen in a worst case scenario? I'm trying to be all quiet and all.
I can hurt people, make really loud sounds, hurt myself sometimes. It's more or less all the things you wouldn't want to have happen.
Anyone here who's native to the Mana Wastes can give me a lore check.
Ooh.
All I have is legal lore.
Our first rolls of the night.
I keep forgetting.
Nature.
You can give me a society if you're native to Alkenstar specifically, if you want. The DC will be higher for that though, but it's not a secret.
Is it just a D20?
Yep.
That's flat.
You're aware. I mean, the premise of the city that you're standing in is as a collective effort to get around the strangeness that is magic in this area. It's called the Mana Wastes for a reason. There's all kinds of strange anomalies. Spellcasters are told to exercise caution and could be subject to arrest if they don't stop casting willy-nilly. And that's just because there have been instances of them literally blowing themselves up or others. So, yeah, it's
Fair.
It's a significant risk, and you're getting the kind of gist that Kuza might not be registering just how much of a risk that is. But yeah, that's what you're going with that.
Got a plan A and a plan B. So maybe a plan A is we go in the quiet route. We try to time the patrols and see where there's blind spots and make our entrance that way. And if all else fails, and depending on how and where, then either Kuza goes boomy or we all go boomy and blow everything up.
I'm prepared for that eventuality.
What? Well, I can't, like, if it is boom, it's not because, like, I meant to boom. Like, that's not what I do normally.
Well, sometimes you go for something quieter and you boom instead, and then the cleanup's involved, but that's okay.
Anyone here proficient in Arcana?
You ask that
Despite
like
being a
you expect
caster.
me to know.
I'm just asking, just putting it out there because you would
Watch
have some,
everyone lean over to go read their spell sheet.
Yeah.
Yeah, their sheet, sorry.
Definitely
yeah.
not.
I'm
Okay.
trained. Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Absolutely.
go.
Roll me Arcana if you don't mind.
Sure.
Let's go, Osmith. Damn.
Very nice. The nature of magic here is the fabric of magic has been shredded, essentially. And not unlike randomly connecting wires in the real world. That's essentially what she's trying to do to cast spells. Like she of course would have some control of it normally, but she doesn't know what end of the weave is being connected to the other, and that's why it's so volatile. It's you literally just could be taking two live wires at a crazy amount of voltage, and for this metaphor, and just not work out well for you.
I think the effect on her magic is due to the instability of the mana wastes here, and I don't think she's in any control of it whatsoever. The unknown does not wait for us to be ready, nor does it ask permission.
Just do magic.
Oh, good. You're a magician.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, we can try it both ways, and then plan B is go loud and take out everything. Now, but one last thing, at least for me, what was our exit strategy again?
Did we have one?
There are two carriages. Phoebe's going to tell you when she gets more, or she'll tell you more when you get back, but she's just trying to keep the information under lock and key for now. But
Okay.
there are two carriages that'll be positioned not too far from the bank that you'll be able to access. And we'll attempt to whisk you away to a safer location.
Cool. Well, I think until we hear back from her, then unless anyone has anything to add, that might do it. Merrick, have anything you want to add? Mr. Tall, dark, and unseen over there.
Just a shake of the head.
Merrick does most certainly seem to be the best equipped of us to be unseen and observant in the night.
Looks at the two very green people and the man who probably glows in the dark. The very, very covered man.
If he doesn't actually glow in the dark, his pockets are probably glowing.
Good point.
Yeah, well, Merrick, it seems kind of custom tailored to you. Maybe get up in that window and see what you can see.
I'll scout it out, see if there's a door I couldn't spy earlier. Worst case, I'm above the guard.
Perfect.
Well, you got onto the roofs last time. Would you be able to get us all up there? Yeah, right?
I could drop a rope.
Yeah. We discussed this last time. I remember now.
How loud is your grappling gun there?
How loud is my grappling gun there, DM?
I mean, it's a clockwork one, right? So I imagine there's some audible clicks and clacks. And
Like, from my
reloading it.
understanding, it's just a big ass spring.
Yeah, so there's definitely like a clang when you, and if you're putting that string under tension with gears, metal gears, I'm sure that's loud too. Not like, super loud, but
It's
anybody
not
within-
quite, though.
Yeah, exactly. Anybody within 10, 15 feet would absolutely, probably 20, would probably know that there's something amiss.
All right.
That said, I just as an overall thing, the city of Alkenstar is not necessarily a city that doesn't sleep, but it doesn't sleep well. There's still
A lot of nightmares.
elements of nightmares running around the streets of industry happening, either automated forges happening or purges of certain types of metals and things like that. Like there's all kinds of things happening throughout the night. It's not terribly loud, but it's not like pin drop silent either.
Would Top know of any place to buy fireworks or explosives late at night?
Give me society, please, if you don't mind.
We know you're
You
good
take
at this.
You might, yeah, like very good. I used to know a guy, but I think he moved on.
I think he moved on. There are places in the smoke side of the city where business of less than legal variety happens. In regards to explosives and stuff like that, this is very much a buyer beware situation. I think you'd be aware of. Unfortunately, with an 8, you don't have a name, but you're just kind of like, in that shady side of the town, I might be able to get something. You could certainly buy things. That's for sure. Whether or not it's what you're looking for, you're not too sure about that.
Well, unless everybody wants to go right now, I think Tob would maybe take a quick trip over to Smokeside and see if he can find particularly any goblins that might have a cache of fireworks that he could purchase.
Okay.
Specifically want like a variety of things to shove in a box. That's it. You know what? Things that go boom, things that whistle, things that
This goes toward your suggestion that we go in quietly.
yes.
I love
but-
it. It's the distraction, I imagine. It's just fantastic to hear.
We should go in quietly. Can I buy fireworks?
Yes.
I'm gonna go get fireworks. You
Loudly
stay
over
here.
there, then quietly over here.
Yeah,
Distraction. There you go.
exactly.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So
I'll be
that's-
right back.
Thanks,
that's no
Insomnia.
problem.
Oh, thanks, Insomnia. You got a D4, Dennis?
Thank you. I think I'll roll that one for you. No problem. But yeah, that is not a problem. We'll get to you in just a moment. Just want to check in with everyone else. Does anybody else want to do anything that involves leaving the balloon?
I honestly kind of want to just look at the outside of the place for a little while. Just like we could wait there, right?
I mean-
a good distance, though.
Just Phoebe's coming back with supplies for you, so she's not going to be near the bank.
Oh, yeah. Because I was just saying for herself, not the team.
Oh,
So
yeah,
she
sure.
can just
Yeah,
sit there and
absolutely.
stare at it.
Yep. There's no problem going back there.
Nubs has a whole heater over there, and he was like, "Is that a square inch of lap I see? Get me on that bitch!" Just squishing himself onto me. Hello. Okay.
So Osnath and Merrick are just left to sit there staring at each other.
Perfect.
You know, Merrick. All thoughts collapse into silence, all structures into dust, yet we continue to name and categorize as if the world will heed our classifications.
I'm just gonna give you a nod. I can't disagree with that. I'm just sitting, leaning back in a chair with my feet up on the thing and flipping a knife. I'm just waiting.
I feel like you started that sentence and Kuza was like, "I'm a go." Left.
Oh god.
But no, it's just a nod of like sage understanding. Like, yeah, that makes sense.
Oh my god.
They're somehow on the same.
He'll just keep going.
I was gonna say that sounds like a recipe for just rambling now. Which I'm sure he prefers anyway. Oh my gosh.
Listen, the more he talks, the less he might expect me to talk.
Oh, yeah, so he doesn't need you
Best
to talk
case
at all.
scenario.
All right.
Doesn't need you to talk at all. Okay, so go ahead.
No, you're good. Tob, you make your way up and through the smoke side of the city, and as it sounds, the air quality is less than great, almost immediately, and it doesn't take much to kind of get
Just like
acclimated to it.
home.
Yeah, exactly. And you're able to walk. There's still, again, people who are either going to a nighttime shift at a forge or leaving whatever the second shift they were currently on. But there is some worker level traffic going there. There's obviously visible guards and such of the city, kind of at street corners and checking things out. But it doesn't take long to hear your native tongue being chittered down alleys, darker alleys of this particular area. And you want to give me another society roll, and we'll see if you can kind of ascertain.
Yeah. Well, come on, Pox. I think I hear somebody down this way. Let's see what they've got. Perfect. It's getting better and better.
All right. So you're like, this alley looks good. Let me turn down this area, and then in a break, the alley goes down probably like a good 50 feet, and then it opens up into kind of like a place that was clearly used for like horses at some point, but has now been repurposed into a makeshift stall, if you will, for goods. And you see a goblin with a cigar kind of sticking out. He's dressed pretty nicely, like the collared vest, collared shirt, some slacks, spurs that he's clanking against the desk as he has his feet kind of kicked up on it. Is whistling a tune you're probably not familiar with, but just kind of off in his own head when you roll up to him and it kind of straightens up. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, how do you do? I'm looking for a very specific kind of goods and hope that you can supply me.
All right, well met there. I'm Biz. Thanks for a moment. Biz Grung.
Biz, nice to meet you, Mr. Grung.
What can I do you for?
I'm looking for some of our people's kind of best noise makers, racket makers, activity hiders. Got any of those?
I think I might have some. And he just kind of rolls off, and it's cartoonish. Like he hops down from his stool, and there's just things literally being tossed in the air as he is searching things that probably shouldn't be tossed in the air. But he's currently searching for anything that more or less fills your description. And he comes up initially. This is the first fight. I might take some time for some others, but he puts what looks like, you ever see like those like Heineken like bootleg mini kegs?
The little
it's kind of
Yeah.
puts one up on there, and it's clearly like a grenade, a devious grenade of some kind, as he kind of puts it on and just carefully like shoves it your way.
What's that do?
if you want a distraction that also maims everybody in the street.
Well, you see, I wasn't hurting for collateral damage. It was more just noise, something loud and whistly, and it maybe explodes up in the air, not kills everything in a radius.
You're talking about like a non-lethal explosive
Yeah, more or less.
of goblin make?
I see the conundrum there, but I know we can do it.
Would you be satisfied with a poorly made bomb that might not kill as many people?
Do it. Maybe. If that's all that's on offer, then I'll take it. This one, not yet. I'll remember you have it, and I might be back later.
It's like, I'm pretty sure all I have is black powder based things. Yeah, just if you want to take like a walk or something for like a couple minutes, I'll see if I can find something for you. Unless you want to stay here, I'm not gonna twist your arm, obviously. But clearly, you have things to do tonight.
Well, I'll just remember you have black powder, and maybe I'll.
Oh no! Hold on!
Oh.
I think I have some. I think I have some sting grenades here somewhere, and he's just gonna keep kind of digging for a moment. And after some more clanging of various metal things, he finally pulls out two much smaller, again, kind of grenade-looking things. They are. He kind of very carefully unscrews one, both to like check it for himself and you. But you can see inside it's filled with like rock salt. And like little rubber beads and stuff like that. It's like, hey, this will be quite loud. It probably won't kill anybody. There's no children around, right?
Well, I hope not.
All right.
Didn't exactly look for children.
So you won't. You talking like fireworks? Is that what you're trying to do? Are you having like a celebration?
Yeah, a celebration. That's it. A celebration of liberation. That's what we're going for. Oh, it's
All right.
quite all right if you don't have them. I can.
No, we got. All right, tell you what. Look, if you, I know a gal. Blinky Bad Eyes. She's not far from here. You just gotta go down this road. He's gonna give you like some random directions. Sounds good to you. Tell her I sent you, and she should be able to give you some fine goblin wares. I'm pretty sure she has fireworks. She's usually in charge of like celebrations within the community. So if she don't have them, she could probably get them.
Well, that sounds good to me. And what'd you say your name was?
Bez.
No, hers. I got yours. Yours is.
Oh,
Biz runs the business.
Yeah, Blinky Bad Eyes.
Blinky Bad Eyes. Got it. Well, thank you, Biz. And he'll flip him a gold coin. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate your patronage.
And maybe
Sure.
in the future, any other fireworks you might come across, just keep me in mind.
Just fireworks. You don't want anything stronger?
Well,
Hey, take one of the sting grenades on the house.
oh, well, perfect. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
He tips his hat and saunters away, petting Pox and whistling a tune of Alkenstar.
A nice Western tune.
Mhm.
All right, I'll swing back to you in just a moment as Kuza, you are walking over to the bank, although from afar. So how's your what's your plan here?
I gotta chug this almond milk to finish my cookie. But she wants to get like, if she can, on the backside of this bank, are there more buildings? Like, is there any like opening of any kind, whether that just is like desert wilderness or whatever, that she can get a look at it at the same time?
So the bank is pretty. It's within the city proper. There
that
are
makes sense.
buildings behind it. There is an alley. It's not like a full blown road where you'd expect deliveries to be made, stuff like that. But there's enough for like a reasonably sized person to make foot traffic comfortably. You can climb up on roofs. You can, maybe get a vantage point somewhere else. But it does not face the wilderness in any way. That's probably intentional because they want to keep whatever is in the mana waste out, especially from whatever wealth they may have.
All right. Then I think she'll try and see if she can scale one of the roofs across the road or something. See if she can get a look at stuff.
Okay. All right. So this is more of a business district than it is residential, but there are still people who are either living or working here. How are you planning to climb this, and do you tend to go quietly?
Yes, she is trying to go quietly, and if she can get to like an alley, to stack up a barrel if she needs to, jump the distance. That's how she can get up there.
All right. Give me a... Oh, boy. They don't have a climb on buildings check here. So, all right, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either do the choice of climbing spot can be thievery or survival. Thievery will have a lower DC because it's essentially what you're doing. But someone who's adept at climbing could also...
This is me choosing the spot, right? Not doing the climbing yet?
Correct.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, I'm gonna go survival. That sounds pretty nice to me. Oh my god! I have a hero point, but I'm gonna save it because we're not even in the bitch yet. I'm already having trouble. Holy
you see a
shit,
spot
that's
that looks
hilarious.
great. It's a nice, shaded area. It's not, it's diagonal from the bank. This looks great. It's totally, definitely got this.
You always worry too much. You just gotta sometimes get in there and just figure it out yourself with your own eyes. Found perfect spot.
All right. Now I will need you to make me. Now, give me an athletics, or you're not really doing like gymnastics to get up there, unless
No, she's not.
Still athletics. Yeah, no matter how you.
I'm taking athletics. She's an orky lady. All right, we got this. We got that.
Wow, it's getting better.
So poorly. Yeah, 1 and a 2, baby. Let's
That's
go.
100% increase, right?
Yeah. Kuza, you climb up on one of the crates, and the area that you're gonna like latch onto is not far. It's probably like maybe 2 feet above your head. But fortunately, you're not used to looking at wood as a product. You're used to seeing it as a tree. So what anyone with any kind of city experience would be like, oh, that's balsa wood. You don't want to like jump on that. That's exactly what you did. So you hopped on and went to go jump, and like as you pushed down the ground, you went straight down into this crate. Now, unfortunately, the other thing you missed with your natural one is that there's shutters on the side of the wall. So while it's not exactly a window, like an open window, there's you hear people like, "What the hell was that?" and someone just like coming down the door, and you hear the clacking or racking of a firearm of some kind, as like. I swear I wish it was an intruder. Someone is like looking around in that first floor area. You have time, of course, but you are chest high in a crate right now of shattered balsa wood and what smells like fermented something that you have just like landed in, more or less.
You better stay in there. I'm gonna fuck you up too.
Wow.
She's trying to like get herself out while hoping they don't come out with guns.
I like the feisty ones. I'm a getter.
Comes out, it's a crab.
Okay. So again, you have some time. He knows exactly where you are because of the shit talking. But
Yeah.
You can give me a survival, or I would say an athletics to get out of this particular thing.
I'm just trying to intimidate this man so he doesn't come outside.
Oh, roll me intimidation. Sure, yeah.
All right, cool. Yeah, that's the only reason she said that was to be like,
no, I got you.
All right, cool. Here we go. Has to be better, boys, right? God damn! Someone pray for me.
Another 100% increase. We'll
Someone
get there sooner or
pray for
later.
me! 1, 2, and 4, baby.
Oh God,
I mean,
yeah, I
that
think
is exponential growth, technically.
You're due for an 8 next time.
It's a lucky number.
he's unfazed. He is absolutely not phased, and you can tell he kind of lives for this. Like, I wish motherfucker would. That's him. He's
Yeah. All right, yeah, no, we're scrambling out. We're scrambling out at this point.
the
Did you say
wood
survival
is
or what?
hard. Survival
Yeah.
or athletics, because athletics is you're just like tearing what's left of this box apart. And,
Yeah,
you know,
no,
getting
my
out of it.
survival is a little bit better than that, so
Okay.
we'll do survival. God, please, please.
Oh.
Oh no!
Hero play would help. Oh my god. No, we're good.
You try to climb out,
Uh-huh.
and it's one of those like you just try to place your hand somewhere. The combination of the fermentation and this not strong wood, you are like,
Uh-huh.
it's not good. You lose your balance and you tip over with all the stuff kind of like flowing over you for the most part, and you were like trying to crawl out.
Some shit.
But as that happens, you hear the shutters flutter open, and like, there you are. What the hell are you doing?
I told you that. She's going to use her untamed shift to shift her mouth into an insect shape. Your mouth becomes deadly jaws. And she's just trying to look as terrifying as possible. She's gonna like put her head down and then look up, like revealing her like insect mouth. She's like, "I told you to stay inside." she's gonna try one more intimidate to get the fuck out of here.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Ah, boy. All right, here we go. Hold on. I need to find that tab again because I had to go back to find out what my freaking ability was called. All right, come on. We can do it. All right, that's
There it
nice.
is.
We rolled this
There's
whole
the
time. Jesus.
Here, Abaddon's tits, what is that? God damn, Bubba, we got a banshee out here, help me. He just turns off and starts like running back into the house. You have some time, but whoever Bubba is might be coming into this.
I'm coming, Elizabeth.
Oh, someone gave me advantage too, and I forgot about it. God damn it. That's all right. That's fine. We made it. Lady, thank you, lady. I appreciate it. And thank you, Maya, for the D4. Just failing my way through this adventure. All right, I'll use my advantage on the next one. But she's gonna scramble out and just try and find a spot on the opposite side of the building. And by the building, I mean the bank. So we're going around the whole bitch.
I do want to inform you that you are reeking of, fermented, mysterious biological things. So, but yes, that's no problem. You trying to stealth, or you just trying to?
I will also. Do cantrips trick magical? You know what? She doesn't care. She is stealthing.
Okay.
Just gonna stealth my way away from here. And then when she gets close enough, she's gonna try and pull the stuff off of her with some magic.
Give me one more stealth. Give me a stealth roll. It's the DC isn't high. It's
All right.
nighttime.
Well, we do have advantage. So if this doesn't,
There we go.
very nice.
So close to it.
Oh,
What? Just slowly take over.
you do hear a door swing open when you're like a block away, and just shouting coming from that particular corner. But you are more than able to duck down behind a building and get into the shadows and hide.
She still has her insect mouth for like a minute. Just sneaking around with like insect mouth until
That's
she.
terrifying.
She looks
Child
like one
goes
of
to
the
take out the
prawns.
trash and gets scarred.
The prawns from District 13.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
District 9. District 9?
District 9.
District
Yeah,
9, yeah.
I combined two movies.
Yeah.
I totally knew what you meant, but I was like, there's nothing wrong with this, what he just said.
That immediately
alright.
hit my brain to the tune of Escape from the City. Sneaking around with an insect mouth. I don't know what the rest of the song is.
God, help a rainbow. Okay, so we're sneaking around to the other side, if I can. And then while there, she's genuinely gonna try and use her cantrip to try and draw moisture. She's just gonna try and suck all the nasty fermented things off of her. It's just so she's a little less smelly for the stealth mission that will totally have. Oh my god, this fucking
The
song.
music, yes.
What the hell?
Go ahead. No, draw moisture with that song playing, please.
All right, hold on. I'll go back to that song, and then
where was
then
that?
you go.
With all the grease.
Genuinely, she did not think about it. I saw it, but I was like, "There's no way she's gonna consider that."
Can you give me roll me a D100, please?
Yeah, no problem. I got you,
Yes.
guys. This mission is going flawlessly.
This is how you planned on it to go, right? This
is exactly how I planned on it for it to go.
And you guys questioned my fireworks.
Distractions are working very well.
Give me 1 second. I just lost my table.
No, just listen to how peaceful this music is, okay? How playful this music is.
Why did that happen?
The only thing better would be like the Benny Hill theme right now.
Oh
my god. I do think that is what happened the entire time.
Let me put you over here. There we go. Okay. The 77. Double check.
I leveled the city. It's good. Everything's fine.
In regards to music, what
Benny
would
Hill.
Kuza grow up with, like as a traditional instrument of some kind?
Instrument?
Yes.
Drums, probably?
Okay. Your spell goes off and you're able to cleanse yourself, but you just can't help but notice that there's a floating set of drums, like bongo drums, that are now beginning to play themselves at like a street performer's volume.
So she nailed that stealth.
Yeah.
Just to get drums to ruin it.
And the native drumming of your people is currently echoing throughout the area that you are in. It's a good jam too. It's nice. They're doing well, but yeah, at this time of night,
I truly believe she's just having a good time at the moment. And if anyone looks her way, she's like, "Come on, get down! Have a good time! It's pretty good, isn't it?"
I'd say like, given like a minute or two, you definitely have people like, at this hour, what the hell? Just, I'm gonna call the guards and get shut down.
Listen, the spirit of the magic sometimes just takes over you. I can't stop it.
I want some spirit of sleep. I got work tomorrow. What the hell's wrong with you? Just people yelling at you in the street right now. It's like 2 or 3 people, but it's they're not thrilled at the impromptu street performance that's happening.
All right, well, sick. All right, I'm just gonna.
House
How
or
long?
two down.
Oh, it's fine. She's just gonna sit there and be very noisy on one end of the bank. She's gonna look back at the automatons and see if any of them ever looked in her direction.
With all that particular, I mean, you went across the street. You didn't go towards the bank, right? You went away from it.
No, yeah, around, yeah. But the intention was to kind of keep it within line of sight. But if that didn't work out, I fully understand too.
I imagine a couple of them was just like, "What is that noise?" And then realized that it's not approaching, and they'll continue there. They're very much like, whatever comes into my sphere of influence is an issue, but outside of it, not so much. So yeah, they're not.
I'm
they're
learning
not
things out here. All right, we're making some progress.
but yes, do you want to give me a society roll to see if you can placate the locals a little bit, or do you just not give a shit? Whatever happens, happens.
She would. I mean, she kind of would, but not like. She wouldn't put effort into it, but it's just like, you guys can hang out. It's cool. I do have advantage because of, thank you, Lady Mustala. That's another 4. That's 3 4s for the night. Here comes the second roll. We'll see how that goes. All right, it's 10. We're good. Killing it.
All right.
Killing it.
It's still not, I would say it's like 10:30, 10:45-ish. So it's not tremendously late. But
yeah,
so people are probably a little more willing, but still you're a little short of what it takes to calm someone down at this point. But they're not immediately calling the guards. They're just like, I come back here in 5 minutes and you're still playing that bongo. go have a problem.
I think she's just line dancing down the street to this song.
The song that's playing and then it goes like in drums is so funny. She's just gonna stay out in the open for as long as she can to see if the drums ever go away, but she's just sitting there being a nuisance.
The drums are following you.
Oh yes, that's why. Yeah, she figured. Yeah. That's why she's like, I'm gonna stay here-ish while I'm just being. This could be the end of the Kuzaa scene if I'm just stuck here with drums until they arrive. That's entirely fine.
With the bug mouth.
My bug mouth would have faded by now. It only lasts a minute, but that would have been great.
Hold on, I have to look up summon instruments because I was not expecting any of you to use that spell, and I don't know how long it lasts. It lasts
Neither
an
was
hour.
Kuzaa.
An hour?
An hour?
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This is amazing
Okay,
for
cool.
so many reasons.
It's a shame we're not trying to heist now. There's a great distraction.
I mean, you guys got an hour.
Nobody knows where what you got up to.
That's true. I mean, well, I did tell them where I was going, so they know where I left, and
They didn't know that you fell
God.
through a box and summoned drums.
correct.
Do we think you're just quietly looking at a bank?
Mm-hmm.
That was the plan. But then I 1 and 2 twos out the gate, so it wasn't great.
That didn't work out too well.
No.
Oh my god. All right, so I'm gonna leave you there with the drums playing, and let me know if you have any plans for the hour. But
There was an appropriate music shift when you decided to switch away from me. No, I'm good. I will stay here and be the worst.
okay. Excellent. All right. So with her being the worst, what are Osneth and Merrick doing besides probably the world's best staring contest?
I'm gonna say at this point, Osneth is kind of like leaning forward with his elbows on his knees, talking to Merrick. Like, see, Merrick, that's why there's no comfort in understanding. Seeing the truth of things is only witnessing the slow unraveling of all that we hold dear. And just going on like that, preaching nihilism.
Weirdly fits my worldview in a way I didn't expect you to gel. But
I
I'm just
felt
like,
a kinship.
yeah, just 100% just nodding every time you take enough of a breath to like maybe need a response. I'm like, oh, yeah, that fucking makes sense to me.
Oh god, that's awesome. Okay, you guys are vibing on a nihilistic existential level. We'll swing back over to Tob, who is making his way to Blinky's shop. This shop seems to be larger, also kind of the product of an alley corner, lit up by a combination of candles and lanterns, and there's just you ever been to one of those shops where like they just start putting products all over or like around the shop? That's essentially what you're looking at. There's just a amalgamation in like literal piles of all kinds of objects, usually kind of like on the lighter side of things, like not outright weapons or anything like that, but
Just looks like a thrift store with no organization.
yeah, like contraptions, gadgets, like a Radio Shack, but for steampunk, westernish aesthetic is what more or less you're seeing. If it was run by goblins, so
Perfect.
yeah, that's more or less what you see. But unlike your previous vendor, she's a little more alert, although is clearly having a hard time seeing. But I hear some small feet and someone there.
Yeah, I was sent by one of our fellows named Biz. He said you might have what I'm looking for.
All right. A friend of Biz is a friend of mine. What can I do you for?
I need some fireworks for celebratory practices.
Fireworks. Okay. All right. All right. Hold on just a moment. Let me see what I have.
Preferably a whole box. We need
whole
some
box.
some screamers, some whistlers, some maybe not so many just big explosions, but we want to make as loud of a ruckus of a celebration as we can.
I think I could do that. I think I can do that. Yeah. Is it just you? How big? Are we talking like a big goblin-sized box or like a?
Maybe a human-sized crate that I might be able to carry with the help of Pox here. Looks at his dog that's just shaking down.
Yeah, she's trying to squint, and she has some form of goggles on, but you can still see what looks like burn scars like around her face, like something had literally blown up in this poor woman's face, and she's having a hard time. Like,
she looked like Maz.
Like Maz?
Yeah.
I don't know who Maz is.
Star Wars Maz. Kanata.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. Man, my brain has not been to that movie in a long time. I had to download that. Yeah. Similar. Very similar. Yep.
Perfect.
But she's okay.
Oh, that's my companion animal. He's a good boy.
He looks like one. All right, hold on one sec. She hops off her stool and rummages around for a bit, and eventually you hear, through much struggle, like gets a crate up onto the desk, like blowing up some dust from the crate and the desk at this point, and begins to kind of like shove it near you. And it's a sizable crate. It's probably like a good 1 by 2.5 like crate, and it's filled with all kinds of clearly homemade enthusiast level fireworks.
This looks exactly like what I'm looking for.
Oh, that's great. Oh, thank you, because I didn't want to put that back down. All right, is there anything else I can get you over here?
You know what? For right now, no. This is what I came out here for, and how much are you asking for this?
Give me a second while my DM looks that up, because he didn't expect to have prices for fireworks.
You don't need prices for a box of fireworks?
I don't.
Screamers and whistlers included.
Oh wow, they're actually kind of expensive. All right, for the whole box, I'll give you the green is mean discount. It'll be 25 gold for the whole thing.
You know what? That's perfect.
Excellent.
I'll go ahead and jiggles around some coins, and we'll hand them on over.
Thank you very much. Do you need help with it's heavy?
No, I think me and Pox here can handle it.
All right.
Thank you kindly.
Okay, she will attempt to assist a little bit, but yeah, it's a good amount of weight. But yeah, these fireworks, I'm not sure if you're aware, but they do 1d2 plus 1, I think, non-lethal damage. So
Perfect.
you can, if people have to make a save to get blinded, and there'll be a scale because there is a lot. This is goblin stuff, so I'm not taking like the baseline. You guys are spicy, so that'll definitely reflect. But there is a potential to dazzle somebody as well, depending on like how close they are. But yeah, they can be blinded or no, just largely deafened. But yeah, we'll add some randomness to it depending on what you pull in and then pull out of that. But you have a box of fireworks, sir.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Well, we'll be out here. Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. Enjoy your night. Be safe and don't hurt anybody you didn't intend to.
I like that parting. I'll be using that.
She goes back to kind of sitting back and I guess listening to the sounds of the Alkenstar evening.
Distant bongos.
Distant. All right.
Just fucking breaking it down in the streets.
He'll load it up on Pox and he'll just head on back to the.
Sounds good. Yep.
To the Balloon Saloon.
No problem. All right, so you're on your way back. So that we rotate back to Kuza, who is harassing the locals.
To the boys, I'm still dancing. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Something's happening. Genuinely.
But yeah, you are busy. Obviously. Dealing with the bongos that are following you.
I'm busy showing them the two-step, man.
You are to an increasingly impatient group of locals. What is your plan?
I'm gonna kind of mosey about the streets a little bit, just spreading joy where I go. No, I think she realizes that it's probably not stopping anytime soon. So I think a part of her is like, I could use this as distraction for them, depending on when they decide to get here. But she doesn't want to go back to the balloon saloon because that'll just blow up the whole spot. So I think she's gonna find a different corner to kind of be on. So the bank is still in. Kind of view, at least, like not directly in front of it, but just kind of so that they can, for sure, those automatons can absolutely hear the noise. And perhaps if she gets closer and they've been listening to it for a while, they can see her as a threat and give a distraction for others to get inside. But essentially, she's just getting a little bit closer to the bank while trying to move about and make sure she's not bothering the same person or area for more than 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just rotating through.
All right.
It's not a lot of options here. I don't have silence, and if I did, that would probably do something else.
Okay. You are trying to keep the peace, so I'll give you either society or a diplomacy, depending on how you want to
It's a +2 to diplomacy. Is society int? What is that?
Society is int, correct.
Oh, okay. That's why
That's great.
What is my average tonight?
Low.
So bad.
It is horrific.
Oh my gosh. Yay! Thank you, Dennis. I appreciate you making me feel good. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
Yeah, that's not great for you. That was a tolerance check.
Oh, yeah. Why'd you do it the other way around?
Yeah, no, I wanted to make you feel bad, like how bad I roll. But
Yeah.
you're probably like a good 10 minutes into your interesting rotation. Where that's it. I'll call the guards. I've given you more than enough time. I don't know what your problem is. Nobody wants to hear bongos at 11 p.m. So you will eventually hear a man screaming for guards, essentially. Not bloody murder, but more like a guards. You know, we have a disturbance. Somebody deal with this kind of stuff. So and if he doesn't, there's nobody like immediately around, but he'll eventually leave his home and then begin to like run down the street towards a corner where guards normally frequent to get their attention.
She's gonna attempt to intercept him, I guess. Are there not people around or no?
No, it's dark. It's right. Yeah.
She's gonna try and intercept him.
I think I caught them all, in which case your average is 6, just if you were curious. And that's with the 19 pulling you up.
Pulling you out of the abyss.
So certainly me jumping in to try and take control of the situation will go well. But yeah, no, I'm trying to intercept him if I can. Yeah.
All right. Now, what's the approach? Are we talking like linebacker, tackle? What
No. Genuinely just trying to get in front of him.
Okay. He's jogging. I
have an extra 5 feet of movement, Dennis, because I'm quick.
Okay. All right. Running is not that hard. I'm not going to make you roll for it, especially at this particular case. So if you're willing to like probably sprint for a couple of rounds, you should be able to essentially head him off. That's not an issue. But he'll like you're done with the insect mandibles, right?
No, yeah, that was a minute. It's
What is your problem? I'm trying to sleep. My kids are trying to sleep. My wife's trying to sleep. You're out here with these goddamn bongos. No one's even playing the damn bongos. Are you kidding me right now? What do you want from me?
Yeah, I just want you to not talk to the gods right now, because if you can imagine this, I didn't actually mean for these drums to show up and start playing some music, and I just want you to take a second to imagine what would happen if I wanted something to happen to you right now.
Goddamn. Give me an intimidation.
Who are you?
Oh God, thank goodness. That went from a 7 to a, ooh, okay.
All right, look, lady, this is clearly some misunderstanding. You got to see where I'm coming from, though. But I hear what you're saying, loud and clear, crystal clear. I'm I'm gonna go back home. Please don't hurt me.
All's good. Have a good night.
All right, he's gonna do the slow back away, and then eventually turn around and get to running.
Fucking get back to her jig and get out of here.
Oh god. Okay, yeah. So you were attempting. All right, got it. We'll leave it at that, and then we'll come back to Tob at this point, entering the saloon, the balloon saloon. I imagine linking up with your two bonding teammates.
Is Merrick awake?
I mean, I am
Jeez.
actively flipping a knife to fit.
Okay.
Man,
genius.
the illusion of history is that it matters, man, that the past shapes the present, but the present's merely an accident drifting on the tide of the forgotten.
Yeah, I got fireworks.
Oh,
Just-
mission accomplished. Well
Do
done.
you have anything to say about fireworks?
Well, man, you know, no, I'm gonna let it go.
Wow.
And for those,
I'm gonna let you revel in the glow of having accomplished your objective, and I'm gonna let the commentary on fireworks be your own.
I'll
As
let
a-
you
as a-
on it.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
No, you're good. Just-
I was gonna say, as a man of the craft, there's an alarming amount of like a variation in size for fireworks, and there's definitely some like Wile E. Coyote Acme style, like cylindrical arrow style ones in there. And I mean, as someone who understands explosives, you're like, and they're fireworks, but a
That
little
is a-
more.
That's a whole lot of possibility you got right there, my friend.
Possibly it'll cause a good enough distraction that we can get in on the scene and unheard with Merrick's little grabby doohickey. Think it'll work?
You asking me?
What? Yeah.
Do I think
don't-
it'll work?
I don't think that one over there would tell me either way.
Well, I mean, maybe. I mean, who's to say whether it's gonna work or not? Really? I mean, no connection's immune to entropy, my friend.
A simple yes or no would have done just fine. But you know what? We'll try it unless there's any anybody thinks we shouldn't or.
Well, no, I say, you know, if it occurs to us, we might as well give it a shot because when it comes down to it, you know, none of it's really happening anyway. So let's give it a try.
What? That's what all that summed up to? Let's give it a try.
You concur,
Awesome.
Merrick?
Yeah, Merrick, what's your
I mean, thinking it do or thinking it don't won't change whether it does.
My God.
that's as philosophical as he is. What's happening here?
Those are the most beautiful words I've heard you utter, my friend.
You just
Right.
left these two to simmer, and it just got so bad.
I mean, life does not unfold according to reason or design. You get it, my friend. Life fractures, it bends, it careens toward unknown futures without regard for our plans.
I mean, I didn't try to be all philosophery about it. I was just saying if I was fixing to start figuring, I would, but I'm more of a doer, not a thinker.
There you have it, Dob.
I don't know what I have, but I'm gonna have me a nap. And he just walks over and sets the fireworks directly in the middle of the room, and then goes and sits against the wall with Pox and pulls his hat down over his eyes.
All right. I'd say about this time, Phoebe makes her way in. Man, those harmonicas in that last song were killing me. That was a lot.
Sometimes it's like I have to leave it because it's too funny to like change it.
Oh man, yeah.
I'm gonna change this one now though because Phoebe's arriving and it's not
Yeah.
us just being assholes anymore. It's like,
No, that's good. I just, oh man, I am a A Yankee born and bred. That's for damn sure. Because this is tough for me.
You did this to us.
I did. Oh man, this would. All right, whew, focus. All right. PB comes back. A little haggard. Hair's a little ruffled. Clothes a little not as well kempt as she was earlier today. But all right, I apologize. I was only able to get the disguise kits. Hopefully that'll be enough for you. It's a little something's got the guards in a tizzy tonight, among other things.
What sort of something?
I
Kind
heard
of bongos in the streets.
Can you imagine?
Late night
Bongos.
busking.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Can she use earned income to see if she made any money doing this?
A lot of people out late at night tipping for bongo music.
You're giving her money to stop playing.
Yeah, there you go.
I need a Kuza album named Late Night Busking. Oh god. Whew. All right.
For some reason, I think I see her in like the rap album "Squat" on the front of the cover. That stupid title. Oh gosh. Oh god.
If you want to, I think they got a few more tonight. If you want me to be honest, there's some things going down. Needless to say, some of my contacts I couldn't get a hold of safely, so the disguise kits, unfortunately, will have to do. Unless you had any other resources.
Oh, I got a giant box of fireworks.
I see this in the middle of my tavern of questionable man. Okay.
Oh, worry, there's no open flames here.
Is this a you're not going to take me alive kind of situation, or what?
Oh, no, this here's an expensive distraction. Hopefully.
Interesting. Well, we did hire you, and the Abernathy's did, vouch for you, so I'm not going to question your trade, your skills
No,
in said
They only
trade.
saw a small portion of what I have to offer.
Oh, all right. That's good to know, I think. What's your fourth?
I don't rightly know. She left after Tob, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure she's out doing some reconnoitering or something useful, getting a lay of the land.
That was the play.
Late night busking.
Like us.
That's the title of tonight's episode. It's got to come organically. All right, anyway,
Oh my gosh.
all right. I imagine you wanted to wait for her to come back before you go, or are you going to meet her there?
The plan was for her to return to us, I do believe.
No, she did mean to stay there. She told you guys too on the way out.
Oh, she was
She
going to
was
stay
just
there
gonna,
and wait. Oh, never mind.
Oh,
That's
I also
actually- she was just taking it out before you were ready.
Coming back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because she was like, you don't need me to be here for the stuff that it comes back here, so.
Yeah, the tall green woman doesn't need a disguise.
She was just going to be on a roof, and then I failed every single check to do that.
Some even twice. It's all right. She's probably turned into something real sneaky. She's hiding in the shadows somewhere.
There's a crab in the alleyway.
Just a face, crab face.
Oh my god. All right. Okay. Well, hopefully these help. Game plan exit route. There will be a carriage on the north of Crenshaw and Wilson. She's gonna name some streets. I actually could not find a map in Alkenstar that actually had like a street grid layout that was actually labeled. So, for those of you who have been to the city before, we'll just say you're familiar with the streets that she's going to mention. One is north, which is going to take you out of the north side of the city, through the smoke side of it, and then there is a hideout close to the northern bridge of that town. The other is to the southeastern end, the plan is that's the hot one. So like, if shit has gone completely horrible, that's the one that's going to attempt to get you out of the city through, what's the word I'm looking for? Not the front door means. So this is a complete like evacuation of Sin City, and they'll meet up with you outside of it. So they would prefer to keep you in the city because obviously this is where most of the stuff is happening. But she understands if things go completely sideways, that would be the way to go.
We're gonna aim for not a backdoor evacuation.
Oh, I really should phrase these things better. Too much wit in this party. I'm just gonna get hammered every time. But anyway. All right. Well, those are the directions. Southern if it's gone south, and north if we're still in the game. I believe there'll be some potions and healing kits for emergency applications if anyone gets harmed. And please, her eyes are just on the fireworks box when she says this. Try to keep the collateral to a minimum, at least on the personnel side. We don't want to hurt innocents. Whatever happens at the bank is fine, but
Oh
we
no,
don't want
did
to
I?
be setting people's houses on fire.
I'll have you know, I turned down the finest looking grenade I've ever seen. Didn't even bring it back with me. I really wanted it too.
I appreciate that. Thank you. All right, and whichever way you take, I'll do my best to reconvene, and best of luck to you. Whatever gods you favor, I'd suggest reaching out to them for a little bit of luck. And
For the master, grant me luck.
you get a what? And then kind of recenters yourself a little bit. Yeah, she's known for luck, all right. Okay, I'm gonna go prepare for the rest of this evening myself. If you need anything, let me know. Just be safe.
All right. Is there any other like last minute notes you have for us, or?
Again, we're looking for documentation. We're looking for any kind of proof, even if it's an itinerary of where they're shipping people, what they're doing with them. Again, any of the gold that you can carry obviously is yours. No cut we're taking out of it. We really need information. That's primarily what we're going for.
Got it. That one feller said the 3 ledgers. I think that'll be something to look for.
Ledgers. Oh, bank ledgers? They have 3 ledgers in a bank?
Well, that's what my drunken new friend said.
I'm glad I never invested in that bank. That's horrible. What?
Oh,
You
yeah.
have one. That's a point of a ledger. You only have one.
I'd recommend no one ever drop their life savings in that one.
Agreed. Yeah, if you can get your hands on the ledgers, yeah, if you can get your hand on the ledgers, that could certainly point to some other things. And, Alkenstar's Bureau of Taxation is not to be trifled with. If nothing else, we can get him on that.
Perfect. Well, I'll keep my
Take
eyes
down
out for that.
Capone.
Oh, he speaks.
Definitely not Merrick saying anything about Capone. I mean, it does feel like we're ready to go, so cause I've just been flipping a knife because I'm bored and so edgy. I'm gonna toss it extra high so I can push up from the table and catch it and put it away and then just start walking a while.
He's a
The
smooth
second
one.
you get extra high, I was like, ugh, I know what he's doing, and I hate it.
Revel in it, Foos.
Osnith, are you lock loaded and ready to go?
Well, sure, at all times. I mean, we never know when things are going to spin, so we always got to be ready to go. No question.
All right. Well, I think we'll probably go. Load Pox up again, and we'll head out with my box full of fireworks and 2 traveling companions.
Do you guys put on disguises? We got disguise kits.
Probably a good idea. Tob laughs and he's gonna try to make himself look like the cutest little halfling you've ever seen. A little cherub of a man.
Oh man. What role? Crap.
Is it like mainly like just hats and mustaches, or what do we got?
It's everything. It's hats, mustaches, wigs,
Makeup?
makeup,
Perfect.
prosthetics. If you need like to change your facial features, which is going to be hilarious for Tob because
Oh, his ears are plastered to his
I was
head.
going to say goblins have like sideways football heads.
Pin his ears back.
Yep.
Oh god.
Osnith, can you make it look like I've taken some explosive trauma to my ear regions?
Oh, we can arrange for that to actually happen.
Well, maybe that's the most straightforward answer you've ever given me. You seemed excited about it too.
Well, you know, I like to blow shit up.
All right, now we're getting somewhere. I can talk explosives with you, and I understand exactly what you're saying.
What would you have me do with your ears here? Because, you know, we sculpt our images for the eyes of others. What would you like them to see?
I wanted to see a small but cute, disfigured little halfling boy. You could pin the ears right back. I've done it before. It's okay.
Sure. So, I will help this little goblin
Yeah,
do
sure,
whatever
sure.
he instructs me to do.
He said the word pin. Just stab him in.
I've given you 2 opportunities here.
Yeah, you know, adornment, fashion, and vanity are all rituals of denial, just acts of defiance against a slow, patient hand of entropy.
We're making such progress too.
Osnith, as you're doing this, these are high quality kits, and just for everyone who's involved, these will give you a +1 to your deception checks if you're trying to impersonate somebody. So, in addition to the deception, you'll get a +1 bonus to that. But yeah, I would say, let's see, is there anything else? Yeah, it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. False facial hair, spirit gum, sample wigs. Cosmetics. So yeah, you can absolutely do it. I'd say if you want to give me a crafting check just to see how well you can put this together, and it's really more of a time situation, you know. If you get the application, it'll be quick. If not, it might take a little bit. For
God damn.
God damn.
Yeah,
He gets a casual 21.
Yeah. But some, you get it. You're a person who works with your hands. This is not a difficult thing to do. I mean, making a goblin a halfling is a difficult thing to do, but the tools that you've been given is enough to make him look like the poor guy has been through some shit. That's for sure. Yeah, but he's frighteningly not Tob anymore, visually at least.
You are a maestro at your craft.
Hey, wow, yeah, you look good. All right. Did anybody want some liquid courage for the road?
You know, yeah, why not? No. Well, I'm at it. Osnith, how are you gonna gussy yourself up?
I was gonna look to see if maybe there's like just a big old duster and a wide-brimmed hat I could put on.
Sure, absolutely. That should not be a problem to find. These are pretty expensive kits. So yeah. So big, big old Western duster.
Yeah, maybe just
big
turn the
cap.
collar up, put the hat down.
Gotcha.
Now we have two dark and tall, mysterious figures.
You don't feel left out, do you, Tom?
On account of me being short and all? No.
All right, good. 'Cause you know the desire to belong is just a plea cast into the void, man. Just a whisper hoping for an echo in a universe that doesn't listen.
I can't disguise myself as being tall. Doesn't work like that. Wait, you got any stilts in there?
There are stilts. There are like shoe-mounted stilts that you can add a foot or two to your. Yeah, this is pretty extensive.
Briefly considers trying to make himself look like some kind of god-awful centaur with pox and then decides against it.
Cursed centaur. Just the back half sheds.
It's a centaur in a trench coat. No, he's...
Oh, no.
That'd be hilarious. Yeah, no, the only thing with the stilts is they seem to be a decent length, but they're not so big that it's like they can tell, because the proportions start getting real wonky after a certain amount.
Yeah.
But it's enough to make you like a short human. But
he's gonna go with the halfling look. He's committed.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, halfling. Merrick is already in disguise, but if he wants to put one on top.
I've just been on my horse waiting for these two.
All right. As you leave, there are you can see Phoebe with like a couple of shot glasses and just, what's your poison?
You got anything a goblin make? I'll take that.
Okay. All right. I don't honestly know what kind of a goblin liquor is in Pathfinders.
This is spiked pickle juice.
Spiked pickle juice. Oh no. Oh god.
Like,
all right.
Like moonshine backwoods distilled pickle juice.
How about Buffo or Buffo?
Sounds good to me.
Sure.
Disgusting concoction made by adding toxins of a poisonous toad and or frog to beer. So because Buffo is not consumed in civilized societies, but goblins, boggards, and other primitive humanoids lap it up. So yeah, I asked some Buffo. Just it's one of those like they open it as far away as possible from their face. Pour it.
I can't believe an establishment like this has it, but oh, Phoebe, you done gained my respect. And bottomed up.
Yeah. Enjoy. I'll save the bottle for you when you get back.
Tom,
yeah.
I'd be happy to join you. I'd be right proud to join you in a drink.
Oh, I'll pour him one too.
She like looks you in the eyes like, are you sure you want this? But is trying not to be like rude about it. Overt. Okay, yeah.
We flinch at the bitter, we recoil from the grotesque as if our preferences hold weight in a universe that does not cater to our comfort.
Oh, just take the drink and don't make it weird.
She pours it out and slides it over to you. Oh,
You found Tom's limit.
yeah.
Don't make it weird. I like that. There's another t-shirt.
It would have been great if you were a centaur with your friend at the time of saying don't make it weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it hits. It burns. There's a spike to it. It's not quite capsaicin, but it's clearly a toxin that you've ingested.
Right. Nothing more than a chemical trick upon the senses.
Yeah, there is no subtlety or nuance or like delayed flavor. It is a sock to the mouth and some burning on the side.
Bob, that tastes like your dog looks.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it?
Is that ever an acceptable thing to say?
If you think the drink tastes good,
Oh, Todd will take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Todd thinks this stuff is fantastic. He said it tastes as good as Pox looks, and Pox is a damn good boy.
Oh man, that's amazing. All right, yeah. Well, best of luck, and like I said, bottle for you when you're done, among other things. We'll be ready. And I'll say, if you guys are getting ready to go, I think it's a good time to take a break. I'm gonna try to save my sister's bladder tonight. Thinking about you, Fuse.
Incredibly, I'm fine, and Nubs is still in my lap, so I'm pretty much fucked. We can take a break. Just totally oh God. Just so many laughs. My cheeks hurt. We're gonna take a 10-minute break. It's 10:17, so we'll be back at 10:27. Stretch your legs, grab some water, freshen up, and just hang out. And just come back and we're gonna have some fun. And totally heisting will happen, and everything will go according to plan.
Everything's gonna be smooth as silk.
We have the best plans.
Smooth like butter.
We'll be back. I do-
5.
Means we're live. We're back.
Wondering if you took time to look up another Western 5 situation.
I took time to do the snack.
Yeah, as you should have.
That is the Friday night priority. I agree.
Yes.
What's it saying? We are back. We are allegedly about to start a heist, but we'll see. We have 3 of the party members going to join our late night busker, who is serenading the streets with the bongo sounds of her people. So it is late at night. You guys have been planning this. There's disguise kits applied. Fireworks. Who's toting the fireworks? Is that still Pox?
Yep, Pox.
Okay. Pox is carrying the fireworks.
He does not have a disguise kit, so it looks like this cute little cherub of a halfling is walking next to this dandruff shedding rat dog.
Who is packing an alarming amount of fireworks.
Mhm.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good. Osnith is in his tall, dark, and Western get-up going on, trying to obscure his features, and good old... wow, I forgot the name of your character, Joe. And it's not hard. Merrick is always in disguise. I recovered. Don't
Eric's
worry.
in disguise.
I think it's because he's so quiet. I've done that numerous times with Joe, where I'm like, and
It is. And he's not normally quiet, so it's
No,
tough to
he's
like.
not.
Yeah, it is a bit jarring for me, but we back in it. Anywho, I will say you are collectively on the approach, probably like half a block away at this point of the bank proper. From this vantage point, you could very easily see 2 of the kind of the century robots with their lights on outside, just kind of, doing kind of sweeping scans as you are walking up. You also hear bongos, very. I'm not going to say faint, but it's in the distance. Bongos of a very specific style and enthusiasm, but that is also what you hear.
It's just like the first track on Late Night Buskin'. Bongos in the distance.
bongos in the distance. Bongos after dark.
Bongo.
Oh god.
Tobble turn to everybody, go, let me get up ahead of everyone. I'm gonna go maybe a block away, maybe half a block. Look for something run down or empty maybe, and I'm gonna make a big old noise. You'll know it when you hear it. And he pats the box of fireworks, and then Merrick, that would be your cue if you have a clear. Hope to disguise the sound of your grabby contraption there. Man, a few words. He's got the plan.
Would I see them at any point, or are
I
they
was
still too
just
far
about
away
to
from
ask
me?
you. Yeah, at this point, you do see a halfling, someone in a coat and a
Cutest
hat.
little disfigured halfling you've ever seen.
Yeah, and Merrick. Merrick, did you take your horse? So I do
I
know that's
mean, I
part.
don't plan on riding it all the way up to and into the bank, but if we're gonna run after this, I can't just leave my horse behind.
Okay, all right, sounds good. I just wanted to have an idea of where it was and what your plans were.
We'll be like around the corner, just ready to go.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so with that, you approach with the around the corner horse, and yes, Kuza, to answer your question, you absolutely see all 3 of them. Although you don't recognize 2 at this distance, but you do see at least Merrick, who's.
I think she's gonna wave at Merrick, but there's no expression or anything she could read off of his body from the distance. But just with the bongo still intact, just. That's it.
Merrick, you've discovered the source of the bongos. And your companion.
I'll shift trajectory, so we're heading towards the root of the beat.
Oh god.
Excellent. Obviously not a problem. You can close the distance. There are a floating pair of bongos, which are being played vigorously. But other than that, Kuzal looks no worse for wear.
Just gonna look
Also,
at the bongos.
hello,
and
RPGs.
look at
Thanks for the
you.
raid.
RPGs. I'm gonna look at the bongos, then look at you, and look at the bongos, and look at you. I'm just gonna
Just
hold
smiling.
looking at you. All right.
Well, Tom's gonna be skipping down the street at this point to try to really sell the cheerful halfling.
Do you want to give me a performance or a deception to see how well you pull this off?
Oh,
You do have a bonus
Uh,
+1 to your deception because of the kit.
oh, excellent, cool. So, that's a good one then.
Let's go. Let's go.
Boop.
Hey.
Oh shit! Yeah, you're selling the
Heck
shit out
yeah.
of this. You're a merry little halfling, just making your way down the street with your dog of questionable health.
New item.
Is that Pox I see over there? Oh my god. Anyway, I can't really make these things go away, so I could be a distraction, I figured.
Good.
You have
Should
about
be-
15 minutes left on that.
I don't think she knows, right? Like, does she
Oh,
does
yeah,
she know?
that's true. You don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really more for Foos than anybody then at that point.
Oh
But
yeah, it doesn't matter. She doesn't know.
Yeah.
And hello, we got another raid. Hello, Brown Heart. How are you? What's up? Hello. I think you guys are playing together, right? You guys are both playing Monster Hunter. That's what it was. Thanks for the raid. Hope you guys are having a good night. I'm sucking at all the rolls right now. But we're having a good time.
We are.
Yes.
All right.
But yeah, I can maybe. I did notice that when I got close enough to the bank, a little bit, not like super close so they could see or whatever, but I could see that the automatons were looking in my direction for a second. So I think maybe just the noise, maybe it's the magic. I don't know what it is, but either way, I might be able to be a good distraction for a second.
We got a pair of distractions then. Shh, it's me, Top.
You
afar.
look great.
I'm just skipping down.
So cheerful. So what's the plan? What was happening?
You asking Merrick or Tob as he's skipping away?
I guess Merrick. Top's there and then leaves.
I guess he's gonna blow something up, and when he does, I'm going for the roof.
What's Osmond doing?
Well, I do believe that once Merrick gains the apex of the building, he's going to lower down a rope. Is that correct?
Oh, all right.
So I'll follow him right on up.
Good. I think it's good I stay outside while I'm making this noise.
Yeah, you probably don't want to be climbing the building with the drums following you on up there.
I had bad luck climbing earlier today, but you don't need to know about that. So I'll stay outside and make some noise, and I think he's gonna make some more noise. Wonder if I should go from a different angle or something so we can like split them up even more.
We're not entirely sure where he's going to go.
He skipped over there, so if I skip over there, I mean I don't have to skip. I could skip. I'll go over there. He goes over here. Split him up.
The only real pattern is chaos.
I understood that one, every single word. I'm gonna go now.
The only true law is disorder, you know. The only thing that
I got
surprises
that one
us.
too.
The only thing that surprises us is our insistence on being surprised.
Continues to skip away.
Like
The skipping is contagious. It is.
it's just like an animation where his words are just trailing behind her as she skips away.
Chasing after.
All right. Oh, sorry. Good.
No, I'm genuinely just trying to make sure I'm in a different direction than where I saw.
I'm my dumbass.
Tom
I
walk.
forgot to hold on. Let me activate this. You guys are all in the dark trying to do this. Let me drag you guys out, and you can tell me where you're at.
Oh boy.
Far.
Just get you guys all staggered. This is your horse. This is your horse.
Just
My horse is
some
amazing.
horses onto the
Yeah.
map.
Why do you have two horses?
There was already one here.
All right, let me. There you go. Now you have one horse. Okay. Assume the position. Apologies for that. Why? There was a way to scroll up and down this map, and I always forget. It's not that. It's not that.
Right click.
Hold on. Nope. I'm just. Yep. Right click is absolutely it. Thank you.
I got you.
I appreciate that. Thank you. Tab like moves this all over the place. I'm not sure what the hell's going on there, but all right. Right click. Got it. All right. It's just doing barrel rolls. Okay.
Testing out buttons, and that wasn't the correct one. In case you're wondering, that works with both command and shift. So go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. Great. No. Get your command out of here, Mac.
Tab might snap you to the token you have selected.
Yeah, looks like it does. It also messes with the lighting a little bit. All right, but anywho, all right. So, Tob, if you're going to, I imagine you're kicking this off with the fireworks.
Sure. You can find a nice empty like plot in the middle of the city here, maybe a previously burned down house or something like that.
Okay. Give me a either a perception. If you're just looking for like an immediately usable thing. Yeah, I think perception makes the most sense here. So if you don't mind, give me one of those. All right. Yeah, with the 20, yeah, you could find it's a like a storage shed more or less that's been left unlocked, likely by some workers who were just trying to get home that night. But you can definitely duck in there and set up shop if you'd like.
Perfect. Inside, fireworks. Great.
Or you could aim
This
it
looks-
outside however you want to do it. But yes,
Yeah.
if you wanted a staging area, that would suffice.
Okay.
Just shove your crate up a chimney.
The chimney would just explode.
Oh
We
my
all should have the job.
God.
Just
Perfectly.
trying to have it directed up.
Okay. Yep. Are you lighting the whole box, or are you just trying to get a couple of choice ones?
The whole thing.
The whole Jesus. All right. And are you aiming this? You said straight up. I just want to be clear. You're just aiming it straight up from
He
where the
wants
shed
things
is?
to go up in the air. Like the stuff that's supposed to go up, he wants to go up.
Okay. Okay.
Stuff like the little screamers, whistlers, whatever that needs to stay on the ground, that's fine. But he just wants to make sure that some go up. He wants eyes up and ears, focused that way.
Gotcha. Away from the bank?
Yep.
Okay.
Down the street. So where he's at on the map, he's continuing on down that way a little
Got
bit
it. Got it.
to try to
Yep.
get attention that way. Because if I remember right, Merrick said the window was over on this side.
Yes. Yep.
Over here.
Yep.
So he wants everybody looking that way.
Sounds good. All right. Great.
So, Merrick, when the distraction goes off and you deem the moment as appropriate, I will keep eyes on the ground and act as required.
Okay. So this is it's not crafting. I'm trying to think what this would be. Do you have proficiency or not proficiency, but like any kind of training with explosives, anything of that nature? Not that there's like a training for explosives specifically, but like, is that in your background at all?
Explosives, probably not. Outside of guns,
Okay.
no. It's got survival. I mean, it's intimidation or deception. He's solid. He's good to go.
Gotcha. Crafting this item. What is it? I'm not getting any rolls for actual using this stuff. So tell you what, give me an attack roll plus your dexterity modifier to see how you aim this and we'll go with that.
How I
So-
aim and get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, aim and then GTFO.
Shoot and scoot.
And basically, depending on how high this is like, can you get safe distance away? Essentially.
All right. So just
It will be-
D20 and
Plus whatever your main attack, or your attack modifier for dexterity.
I was like, why are none of my things showing up? It's because I had the dog selected. He does not, in fact, have the explosive dog slicer. Yet.
Yes, we'll try.
Yes.
Yeah, ranged. All right. So I'll just do the ranged attack roll from the dog slicer.
Sounds good.
Oh,
Whoa.
all right. The
Nice.
most bestest display. This is gonna be amazing.
All right, sir, could you explain how ideally you wanted this to go off and how it actually went off?
Bam!
So he really wanted all of the like bottle rockets or any kind of rockets really to go straight up in the air and it make as big of a ruckus and explosion up over there on the diagonal away from the bank. He's hoping for like the grandest explosion, knowing full well that these are fireworks made by goblins. The grandest, most colorful, loudest explosions up in the air away from the bank as possible.
And exactly that happens. It is it's not one solid explosion because again they're goblin explosives, so when they go off is more or less a guess.
Go off in the shed.
But yeah, absolutely. There's a bit of minute worry for your disguised friend, but I imagine you do see him leaving.
Skipping back
Yep.
down.
Skipping.
He looks like a normal halfling at first, and then you see the goblin-sized grin stretch across his face. It looks just grotesque.
As there's just a cacophony of explosions of both sound and color that are now staining that part of the sky. Merrick, you have your window, should you need it. Those of you who are watching see as that both sentries immediately turn to that particular direction. But yeah,
I'll make my way around the side of the building and then kerthunk, shoot a grappling hook.
this one will shimmy over here. And how's that? Well, that one. Okay. Same deal. Give me an attack roll with that grappling hook, if you don't mind. Unless there's a skill set to it that we missed, but
As we determined last time, it's just an item that doesn't give you a thing. So we just used the attack roll.
yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
that says
It's just-
fist, but it isn't.
it's just yep, 20 is enough. Yep, fire it as that. It sounds like the finale of a fireworks show, essentially going off. So that's what you're getting, and it's a little harrowing because as you're going up, of course, the sky is being lit up, so it looks like a disco light show on you at the moment, but everyone's being blinded by it and not looking at you, so that kind of works out. But you are up on the roof, sir, so you can place yourself wherever you'd like, within reason of that grappling hook.
I had to adjust my elevation, I think, to get on the roof. That didn't work.
Yes, sir. Yep. You put it at 100 feet before, so it might just be the to be 100% sure. This bank has 50-foot stories.
Well, I set it to 110 just now. And that doesn't seem to have let me.
Oh, Nunners might have to drag you if there's a wall there.
Ah,
That
there
help?
we go.
Okay.
Then yeah, and then I'll set a rope.
Awesome. Rope goes down. For
So
those of
then
you who are up
it's
there,
time to give you a D4. Go ahead.
thank you, Insomnia. I haven't had a chance to go directly at him. The environment has been Fooz's worst enemy.
You didn't need to bring that up. You got Boone. You didn't have to bring me into this.
My nephew. Okay, so you are up on the roof. Rope drops. This robot is beginning to kind of patrol back over to its original space as the firework finale has finished. What's everyone doing?
If the rope drops, I think I would try to scramble up the rope.
Sounds good. Is this an indecent haste, or are you trying to do this stealthily?
The robot coming back our way is sort of in the process of turning toward me.
Correct. It's turning around. You're watching like the headlight of it.
Well,
rotate
yeah.
with its
Okay, I
field
think
of view.
haste is more important than stealth here, probably. Then.
Sounds good. Your choice: acrobatics or athletics as you go up here.
Okay.
I also meant to be a distraction, so if I'm walking towards Osnith to see if I need to be a distraction to make sure he can get onto the roof.
I'm going to roll acrobatics if that's all right.
Yeah, sure.
17.
Okay, yep, I had it as a 15, so you're good. That gets you up there. You scramble a little bit, feet the kind of instead of those like the last of his feet are like getting up over the roof as it passes by you, essentially. But Merrick, you are joined by Osnith on the roof. Kuza, you are walking. Are you still walking in that direction?
Yeah, I'm probably about where I just moved myself to, but like seeing that he has gotten up, she'll kind of continue to mosey about. Jumps.
What happened?
He tried to jump, but he stepped on my keyboard, kicked the keyboard off the table entirely, and then just like biffed the jump, so he just landed like half on the couch. But he didn't stand up after that. He just dragged his body off onto the rest of the couch. Okay, that was hilarious.
Okay, so you're also at 110 fictional feet. No worries there. Obviously, that's not the height you're at, so if you fall or anything, don't worry about that. Okay. And so this robot is walking back towards its original post, which is going to be right in front of here. Kuza, what are you up to?
Okay, if it looks like Osnith made it up, no problem, then she'll... So I do see that Tom like rush back, I think, to hide behind that carriage,
Yeah.
I'm assuming. So if she saw that you were trying to stealth in that direction, I think for a second she would turn towards it and be like, oh shit, it's a nice snappy music, isn't it? She's gonna just attempt to walk her way down in that general direction, not going towards the cart, but like just like down the road.
Down the street. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, so he goes here. He comes back to his normal spot. You do see the sun absolutely like just kind of lights you up, not like with gunfire, but with its headlight.
Oh, Jesus.
Just
Laser.
open fire on citizens on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
God damn.
Yeah,
Just playing my bongos.
Power word kill.
for a robot.
Jeez.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's it.
But yes, so you were walking down the street. Tom, what are you up to?
He's gonna wait and try to dash across the street when the robot's heading the other way and not looking this way to get to the rope. And if Kuza actually looked over and saw him sneaking back there, you'd see what looked like Tom. He's crying. You see tears streaming down his face. They're joy tears at this fantastic explosion in the sky.
I don't know if she would have caught why. She's gonna just be like, oh man, he probably thinks he did such a terrible job. He's so disappointed in himself. But I'll tell him later on that he did such a good job.
Are the tears streaking the makeup?
Oh, definitely. He looks like an abomination right now.
Oh no.
Oh god, that's amazing. It's like a reverse Joker situation. But all right, so you've got that happening. Oh god, this song is. I gotta turn this down. It's too much.
It's very loud. Yeah.
It's a lot. It's just a lot. Like I said, I got delicate Yankee sensibilities.
You did this to us.
I know. It's just like, oh god. All right. Anyway, focus. We are. So you're waiting for that. Two guys are on the roof. You're over there. All right. These guys are going to rotate. While this is happening, this is going to be some time. What are you guys doing on the roof?
Stopping at that wall that is underneath me because I can't move past it.
There you
I'm
go,
just
sir.
following Merrick.
I'm headed for the window.
All right.
Oh, you know what? Maybe I'll stay around near the edge and keep an eye on our friends on the ground.
Of
Give you a hand
glory.
getting up if necessary.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so Merrick, you are over here.
It was the side mouth that got me.
All right, these guys are going to begin to rotate. So, let's see, what's the easiest way? This one's going to rotate down this way. And begin to path that way. Those of you who are on the roof, you do hear clanking coming up from the other side of the building as another one is beginning to kind of make its way up here. This one is going to kind of shuffle over to the middle in the meantime. But this is all in motion, so don't, if you guys want to make a move or something, you can. I'm just going to try to illuminate or show you what the path and pattern is there. But that's essentially happening with those particular automatons.
And the one on the right is walking to the left, essentially, right? So
correct. Yeah, they're rotating
Gotcha.
counterclockwise at the moment.
Yeah. Has Tom like snuck over yet, or are you still chilling right now?
No, he was waiting for them to go the other way.
Okay.
Or
gotcha.
go past. If the one on the right is going to keep going around the side of this, he'll wait for that one to go past. And
Oh yeah, he'll
Continue on. Yeah. Okay. Good.
yeah, they'll both.
Yep.
You do have a window if you want to scoot across.
yeah, he'll jump on Pox and like lean way down like a cyclist, and then try to zip across there real fast. Like
That's awesome. All right, yeah, definitely. That with you and Pox being accomplished riders, that is not a problem. You can get there to the rope. How are you gonna have Pox go away, or are you gonna have him try to bite the rope?
he was too enamored with his own spectacle that he put on, and completely forgot what to do with Pox when he got to the rope. So I think skedaddle and go back that way. And he's gonna try to send Pox back across the street over to the wagon.
Okay, gotcha.
Whether it listens or not, it's up to you.
Yeah. Let's see. There's no animal handling in this, right? So in society, it doesn't make sense for talking to your dog. I guess give me a nature, unless you have a better suggestion.
There's something for sorry, I forgot what it's called. Command an animal.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Attempted nature check. Yeah, it's just nature check.
Okay.
Nice. Good roll. Oh,
Yes. No,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
yeah. Yep. He listens. You guys are friends. Pox loves you, so in his own weird way, and he'll listen to you at the moment and skedaddle on the other side of the street. That's not a problem. Okay. Cool. So you're over there. And now I need an acrobatics or athletics to get yourself up this rope.
Let's see. Acrobatics or athletics.
Yep.
Yeah, I know which one I'm doing.
Sure.
Nice,
Okay.
plus
Yep.
13.
that-
Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. That plus 13 is huge. Yep. Get up there. Thankfully, the rope is still holding strong. You're able to just kind of surprisingly muscle your way up this damn thing as a goblin, but you are able to get up there and are greeted by a watchful Osnith as you are.
I'm small and I weigh nothing. Also, you see just a horror story climbing up this rope.
Through the sweat and the tears. Just, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. This thing is going to keep going over here. That other one's rotating up, and it's just going to be like a weird kind of rotation here. So that's the motion. This one's going this way. That one's going that way. All right. So those of you who are on the roof, what is the plan?
I'm headed for that window to make sure it's still cracked, and then get it all the way open and drop in.
Okay.
Is Kazat planning on trying to get up, or she's just
Not
staying
with
with her
the bomb
drums?
goes out.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh
Oh. Is it wait? Is this
Fortunately-
a good one or a bad one?
The window is closed.
no! Ah, that was a luck roll. Ugh.
It was.
I mean, I'm gonna try and open it the same way I did last time.
Okay.
I slid a knife under and tried to hook it.
Give me a thievery, please.
Thievery, you see?
Yep. Yeah, it's not.
You're a
You
hero,
don't know
nerd.
what's the. You don't know what's the lack of light, the angle, maybe the. You're just having a hard time jimmying it at the moment. You are making a little bit of noise, but the late night busker is covering you in that regard. But yeah.
I'm gonna ponder for a second, and there's no world where they don't notice that someone broke into the bank the next day, because we're gonna actively remove things. I'm gonna shrug and just with the, flip the knife around, grip style, and just smash a pane of glass with the butt.
Okay. Yep. No problem. Flips the knife around as it goes off. It's not like a huge. It's a pain. So obviously not a tremendous amount of noise, but you do hear glass kind of hitting the floor on the other side. You are able to stick your hand in there, do whatever you like at this point. It's up to you, but the pane is indeed broken.
And I'll just reach in and just lift it open with a lot less trouble.
Okay.
Just fondle it because you don't need to see to fondle it.
It's true, you can fondle without eyes.
With the good fondling, the window opens.
I mean,
High quality blind fondling.
life experience tells me that a good fondling, most things can go your way. And then how big of a drop am I lowering myself into?
It's like a good 3-4 feet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I mean, it's enough for Tom to have a little bit of concern. But yeah, you can get in there. You have to kind of like scoot a little bit, but you can definitely drop in there. When you do, the room is dark, and you notice when your feet hit the floor, the sound is diminished. Same thing with the glasses. Like, you should be landing on broken glass, nice all crinkly and stuff, but there's some kind of effect in this room that's mitigating sound.
Definitely something you want in a bank is a room that makes it easier to burgle.
While you're in there, there is a dresser on the far. So, like, if you're in the room, I'm just gonna do it based off of your perception, right? So, the right-hand side, you got maybe like a foot or two before there's a wall, and there's a kind of a, like one of those desks that they have. It's not even a desk; it's like a table, like a thin table where you'd put like refreshments, stuff like that on one side. On the left, there's a dresser of a substantial size, and there is another kind of desk on that far side of the wall, and with a chest adjacent to it. So to your right, table; to the left, dresser, desk, chest. And then you can still see the frame of a door that used to be there from a structural perspective, like the trim. But that door is no longer, it's just part of the wall now.
What's the wall made of? This is a modern day drywall situation where I can just put my foot through it.
Yeah, no, it's plaster. It's wood and plaster.
Okay. All right. Well, then if someone's at the window, I'll just signal that it's fine and come on down. And then I'm gonna head over to that desk and chest.
Okay, sounds good. The desk is made of some pretty fine wood that's not native to here. Well, and honestly, most wood is not native to Alkenstar. The vast majority. It's a huge import here, but certainly one that you don't see very often. And it's kind of the equivalent of a redwood. In addition to that, it's got some pretty fancy filigrees. This is a well-made desk, but there are 3 drawers on each side and the main kind of drawer, right where you'd be normally sitting at it. All of them have locks.
But are they locked?
All of them except the main middle drawer is locked.
What's in that drawer?
There are some documents. You are free to attempt to read them. It is dark in here, just as an FYI, so it's going to be a challenge. But you take out a folder of like 5 or 6 different documents. You see some numbers on there, some names, but yeah, you'd have to either get a light source or move towards the window to.
But I have low light vision.
Yeah, but low light vision just makes things dark and gray.
Yeah. I assume I've got something in a pack. Let me look around, see what I can use for light. Oh yeah, I got lantern. I'll pull out a lantern and light it. It is a bullseye lantern, so I will tighten the focus. Banner's not making sound.
I muted myself. I'm a very smart boy. Anywho, lantern goes up. You have no problem seeing those documents now. The first one is in regards to what look like shipments, and there seems to be some kind of like cipher to the shipment codes. It honestly kind of looks like hex in terms of like the A's, and there's a number system and letters kind of smashed together. Do you have? It's not Arcana. I'd say give me a general like intelligence check just to see if you can maybe find a pattern. You might not know exactly what's going on, but you might be able to be like, oh, okay, that, this potentially could mean that.
Where do I roll? Just an intelligence check. I mean, I guess I can just roll a d20. There's no bonus, so let's just do that.
Yep, sounds good. All right. With a 6. Okay, so with a 6, you unfortunately it is Greek to you at this point. This is a bunch of letters and numbers, but the first one is essentially that. The next one is what look like shipping manifests or shipping information. So you see like straight up ship names. There's the Wrangler. You see one called the Octavia, or just Octavia. And the other one, how did I tell this? The Alcide, Alcide, or Alcide, excuse me, are the 3 ships that that are listed there, and there's kind of departure times of which ports they're more or less going to. How familiar? Your guy's like, he's a local dude, right? He doesn't.
I'm not from the city, but from the wider like region I'm from. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm trying to see if there's a port that you might recognize. Give me a moment. And because it was over there. So basically, I guess, yeah, you pretty much know this. They are shipping from the city of, I believe that is Mekatar, which is kind of pretty far south from the Mana Wastes, but then they are going north towards Taldor, and there's a shipping lane for that, and that's essentially what they're using. But yeah, so they're being shipped north, whatever they're shipping there, and that's on the second page. Third page has a list of what looks like it's like initial dot last name, and there's like 30 people on this list, and kind of haphazardly there's a few that are crossed out, but in this list you do see a O. Zephyrus is on that list.
We'll look and assuming someone else has come in here so I can indicate these documents to them.
Is anyone joining the Mighty Merrick in the...
Yeah, I suppose that recognizing that Kuza is not currently in any condition to climb a rope, I probably would have followed Merrick.
Awesome. Okay.
I would have. Top would have gone in as well.
Okay.
Follow behind Osmond.
Okay, so the 3 of you are in here. Awesome. Yeah, you have a bit of lantern light and a folder full of documents if you guys want to go through them. I would say since the two newcomers could also give me intelligence checks to see if they can break down some of the codes off the first page.
I'm gonna start testing these drawers to see how strong these locks feel.
Okay. They're solid. You would have to, if you're breaking it, it would be loud. But the metal work is, everything about this desk is quality. So yeah, it would take a bit to do it.
How do I make an intelligence roll?
I would say just roll a d20 and add whatever your intelligence modifier would be to it.
No.
That's probably the easiest way.
7.
Awesome. Yeah, unfortunately, you same boat as Merrick.
Hold on, he rolled one better than me. His boat should be one better.
You're in a slightly less worn boat as Merrick. Okay.
Also rolled a 7.
Yeah. Straight 7's all the way down. With your roll, you don't quite break everything down, but you're starting to see patterns, and what gets you is the codes seem to be corresponding to skill sets. So perhaps not as one-to-one as like A for alchemy, B for blacksmith, but you've figured out through your local knowledge of I know that guy, he's a blacksmith, they put that code, that guy's a blacksmith too, I figured it out, right? So you're able to deduce at least that they're tracking professions of various people within Alkenstar, and they've been earmarked for whatever project this is.
This is right curious. Do I notice the same name that Merrick saw?
I mean, I pointed out.
Yeah, you see your name abbreviated as a person of interest for your alchemical skills for the grand project.
Well, would you look at that? I wonder what the grand project is.
It may or may not be the grand project to end the scheme of all schemes in the light of the darkness.
Well said, Tom. Well said.
I did it all right.
Yeah, well,
I'm learning.
Indeed.
You're teaching
I feel like
nihilism.
we should never separate. I got nothing done and have been nothing but a hindrance, and you guys are all turning into Osnith.
I don't reckon either of you fellas are more light-fingered than I am. I'm gonna just tug on a drawer to illustrate the point that I want you to pick a lock.
If anyone's messed with redwood is redwood is a very hard, dense wood. It does not give easily, unlike the wood that Kuza is messing with.
I have a very nice thievery number. I don't know about Tob.
These fingers weren't made for thievery.
All right. Well, is Merrick then suggesting that we try and pick the lock to the drawer? I guess, right?
Yes, I believe that is.
I'm indicating I'd like to get in the drawer. I'll leave it to you if you use some sort of acid to melt a lock, or a small explosive to break open the lock, or.
First of all, could I see if the small like drawer type key would fit these on my key ring?
Keys.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Okay, so which key are you trying on that?
Well, you said there was one that looked like it was for a desk drawer or something, right? There was a smaller one.
There was. Yep, absolutely. You slide it in, and it does slot in, but it doesn't quite have the last. I cannot remember what the things are called. The little things on springs. Thank you, tumbler.
Yeah.
To
Maybe
get it to click over. That being said, there is, if you had any thievery skills, it would really just be like you shoving the key aside and getting that last tumbler. It'd be way easier.
Okay.
Thievery check.
Also, sorry, I'm gonna interrupt you guys real quick because we just got raided. I just wanted to say hello and thank you, Entropy. And that if you're not following them, you should, because they have really cool overlays and cool casts and games and stuff that they're playing over there, and they do Dungeons & Dragons. I've been following you guys for longer than I thought, actually, because I went to go double check that I was, and I have been.
She's always behind you.
I'm always in the shadows. But anyway, thank you so much for the raid.
Bongos.
Anyway, that's all. Sorry, I just wanted to say hello to them, but go right ahead.
You're good. Okay. With that, give me a theory roll, please, if you don't mind, if you haven't already. And then
26.
right, with a 26, it does pop open. Drawer kind of slides out, and immediately the first thing you see is there's a dagger in there, of very unusual make. Again, kind of that metal. It's perfect that you opened this because you immediately recognize the metal as some kind of adamantium star metal, something that you've unfortunately been on the receiving end of. But in addition to that, there is what is essentially like a light bar running through probably like 50% of the blade itself that's glowing in this dim green glow, which is immediately basking this area with that particular light. Beneath the blade is what looks like a journal that is sealed, has also a very small lock on it. Very well made. The leather is a little weird, not like, oh, it's human skin weird, but it's definitely like from a creature that is not native here. I just want to be clear because I don't want to be like, oh, Netters is up to his human skin.
You and your freaky books, man.
Not freaky books. No, it's just weird leather. You don't recognize the leather. That's all I'm saying. But those are the two primary things in that particular drawer once you open it.
What do you think about that, Merrick?
I mean, I'm gonna pick up the dagger and hold it up to look at it to see if I think anything about it.
As soon as you pick up the dagger, the light kind of digitizes this little like beam over your face. I'm gonna need a oh boy, this is a give me a will save if you don't mind.
Will
Go, Joe.
say.
Let's go, sir.
Oh,
I mean, I got a D4.
You also have hero points, if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly,
hero
right?
points and a D4 if you want to use either one.
You
of
could
those.
re-roll.
All right, we get a hero point just for the session, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, what? I rolled a 2. Yeah, let's. Reroll
Odds are you
using a
should roll
hero
higher than that. Okay.
ever so slightly.
Oh,
Okay. For a moment, you felt the coldest sentience touch your mind. There was an immediate kind of reaction from your mind to shut it out, and thankfully you were able to just shunt it away, probably throw the knife away or the dagger away at the same time, leaving it kind of either in the drawer or clattering on the floor, whichever you prefer. But it is an immediate rejection of that blade from you, and the knowledge that something else is attached to it in some way.
Drop that right back in the drawer. Maybe don't touch that. Then I'm gonna pick up the journal instead.
the one knife he couldn't catch.
Brutal. All
Now,
right.
you said this was locked, but what's it held shut with?
It's one of those like clasps that like kind of go over it, and then there's like a.
Is the clasp also just leather?
The clasp is no. The clasp is it's hard to say. It's another kind of weird metal that is part of the structure.
The odds I can just cut through the strap and ignore the lock are low, but I'm gonna check.
Okay. Yep. Take out your knife. Go to clink, and it is metal on metal, and it is not moving.
So look at that for like half second, and then just hold that out to us.
All right. I guess I will attempt to pick the lock on this thing as well.
Okay. If you don't mind giving me.
But obviously, the key's not going to fit in here, right?
No, this is a very shallow key.
Okay. So another thievery.
Keyhole. Yes, please. The DC on this will be high. It is extremely well made.
17.
Okay. Yeah, not quite. You're going. It's. There's more than one set of tumblers. It's a weird one. Like you gotta. It's a lot. It's a tough one to get. Tough nut to crack, but it's not going your way.
Looks like this one is withholding its secrets for the time being.
Let him try again later. I could try to take a crack at it, but I'm not exactly known for the breaking part of breaking that ring.
Sure, give it a shot. You are more than welcome to give it a try. Assuming no one's going to stop you.
I got it. Oh shit! I got it.
Oh shit! Yes.
That's too.
I like to imagine that he just accidentally like bumped the lock Austin already had in there and just nudged it. Just
Just nudged it, clicked, and that was all
Yeah.
you needed.
Yeah, there's no skill there. It was a complete accident.
With an accidental bump, the book latch comes free, opening this. The book actually kind of almost wants to open from its previous state, but you are greeted with a book that is in a couple of different languages. Common is one of them, but the other is the one from the north that no one here can read or understand. But the parts that are in common are kind of like the index, the menus, all that kind of stuff. Like the basis of it is there, but sometimes it goes into detail that it seems like the author wanted it to be like. For those of you who are multilingual or have experience with it, there's sometimes it's easier to explain things in another language than it is the common one or whatever one you're using. So that's kind of what you get. But you see things that are like just skimming it. You see things like talking about artificial creations, like automaton, but they're being described in ways that they are far more capable. And you keep seeing a reoccurring name as like unity is what you're seeing, not being used as the word unity, but as a name, as a creature, as some kind of, maybe not a creature, but like an intelligence that is the guiding hand of this project. And some of the details in regards to what they're doing, again, in that language, but generally speaking, you're getting the feeling that they're trying to steal skill sets to be used and stored artificially somehow and be reapplied through artificial means. That's the gist of just from skimming, essentially. There's more details in there, but it would take a little bit to sit down.
None
and
of it
figure
mentions this dagger.
There's no mention of a dagger in there whatsoever.
So I'm just gonna like glance up and be like, is Kuzak coming? Like, well, I'm just looking back. And like,
You hear the bongos.
I feel like she's covered in sweat now because she's been dancing for 50 minutes or something. She had to run a man down, and it's been
yeah, it's been a night. It's been a journey. It's been a night. But yeah, you get details of that.
well, I guess there's 2 more drawers.
Yep, there are a few more drawers. Okay, so you guys gonna keep picking those drawers. Give me some more thievery checks, please.
I'll double check the chest and the dresser to see if they're locked while other people are working on locks.
Mm-hmm. The chest is absolutely locked.
Figured it would be.
Yeah, the substantial lock on that. The dresser is not, or like the bureau, whatever you can open it. These are clearly garments that the long-haired orc that you saw previously would be wearing. They're of his size, kind of slim and tall. Give me a perception check, please. This is a lot of banjo. This is a lot of banjo.
I've been playing this when I was fucking about. All right, well, now I know.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would have been perfect.
Oh, God.
Nice, good roll.
Okay. With that, 20. Yeah, that's good. 25. You are previously, in your previous profession, people would hide in all kinds of very interesting spots, but and because of that, you've gotten an eye for things that look at a place. And as described initially, this is a little too wide for a normal one. And you indeed do find kind of a button and seams in the back of this dresser that can be manipulated and potentially moved.
I acknowledge that, and it's like, I don't know, just internally, like, I don't know if there's a closet or a way out of here besides the magic. It makes sense to have a backup to the magic. But I'm just going to leave that at that until we're done here, and then I'll just lead people over at that time.
All right, sounds good. Awesome. Tab, after breaking that open, actually, Kuza, what are you up to besides dancing in the streets?
I fucking dancing in the streets, man. She's still trying to rotate, so she's not as not trying to get in trouble in one specific spot in terms of the noise. But I think she's just doing her best to try to keep surveillance as well, to see if she needs to be a distraction from the outside or, a scout if needed.
I will say you probably have, we'll come back to you, but when we come back to you, the sound will be dead because we did say it was like 10, 15 minutes left. And by the time they got up there, started reading and breaking locks and shit like that.
Yeah.
That's about appropriate time.
But for now, she's fucking around.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
This is the product of my failures, Dennis. It's all right. Let me sit in
Girl, everywhere around the world, they'll be dancing.
Exactly. Tom, what are you up to besides breaking locks that you should not have any business getting into?
No, I didn't break anything. I just accidentally nudged a lockpick that was still in there. So he's already gone and looked at the dresser thing. There's
also like a normal table, but I don't think I've looked at it to see if it's secretly not a normal table. But that's there. Then there's a locked chest and these locked drawers.
Is the table taller than Tob?
No. I mean, it's not great for you. You're like chin down, essentially. You can put your chin on it. That's about it.
Sure. He's like, what, 3 foot tall, I think?
He's not very big. If he's 3, I thought he was 4. I apologize. Then no, yeah, it is.
He's small.
Yeah.
So tiny.
And he's still a foot taller than Lube. He's gonna go like look under it and let's see if there's anything on the bottom part of any hidden contraptions. Maybe, as a bounty hunter, he might have come across somebody with like a gun strapped to the table underneath.
Yep. And searching it, there are no surprise gadgets. It legit seems like it's just a place for refreshments or something. Like just it doesn't seem like there's any
curiously placed refreshment table in this room with no doors.
Exactly. But yeah, there's nothing on the table that looks weird. No wear marks or anything beyond people pulling and pushing stuff off of it.
I guess after that he'd walk over to, like you said, that looked like an outline of a door on the wall.
Yes. Yep. That was what was previously the door to get up here, and it looks like it's been sealed.
Just gonna walk over there and knock on it, see if it seems nice and solid.
Yeah. It does. It's a little bit more hollow than perhaps a plaster and wood frame should be, but it is solid enough to withstand somebody like running into it. You would really have to intentionally damage it to get it to fold.
Oh. What do you think, Merrick? He gone through here, the door that isn't a door, and we got us this nifty book. What do you think? You're kind of leading this whole excursion up here.
I mean, at this point, then, like, presumably the drawers we just can't actually all act at once. So presumably those other drawers are being worked on. So just at that, I'm gonna walk over and hit that button that I found.
Okay. Yep. You
Which releases the hounds.
Not too far off from it, actually. You smash the button, it opens up, and creepily, all kind of standing in like these like almost locker-style cubbies with no actual front door are what are clearly artificial creations that are like artificial humanoids, probably 4 deep on all 3 walls that you kind of come into. They're in some kind of suspended state or stasis, but they all kind of look very androgynous. 2 hands, 2 feet, 10 fingers, 10 toes, that whole thing. But there's very clearly metal and artificial elements to them, and they all seem to be in, again, a state of stasis. But there's easily 12 in here as you kind of open that door, and again, it's just dim, kind of reddish light that is basking this room. And there's a hum of like machinery.
Well, shit.
What in the hells?
I don't see a far exit. Not that I want to walk into this room at all.
There's nothing other than those things lining the walls. There's no table, nothing. It is just those cubbies, those creatures, and that is it.
At this point, Tav is just staring at Osnith, waiting.
Osnith, if you're still picking locks, you can give me some some checks in the meantime, because we'll say this is all happening simultaneously.
Simultaneously. You said there's 2 drawers left, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we'll try 23.
Yep. That pops one open.
Okay.
That one pops open, and there is what looks like. Actually, no, you've seen them before. They are emblems of the Technics League. You've seen these before on the people that you've killed. It looks like they're kind of, I don't want to say challenge coins, but perhaps membership coins that he hands out to people he trusts. They're all of identical make, high quality, but it's pretty much a drawer. I don't want to say full of them, but there's probably like 8 or 9 strewn about in there.
Well, these are certainly related to the outlaws that set upon us on our way into town. Do they appear to be made of the strange alloy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
A whole bunch of that stuff is starting to show up. And the other drawer?
The last drawer, give me one more check for that, if you don't mind.
Nice.
30.
Oh, man, yeah. He's like, you want me to roll? Take this. Awesome. 30. Pop that one right open. And there seems to be, from me to Lee, it looks like a remote control. Mm-hmm. To Osnith, it's a box with a bunch of buttons, a rectangular box. You have no idea what any of these buttons do. There's all kinds of weird symbols and stuff on them, but it is just that. Like, it's like a remote control that fits easily in your hand. It's somewhat heavy just because it's made of metal primarily, but you're unsure of the purpose of this.
Either you gentlemen recognize what this device could be? It eludes me. With the understanding, of course, that the external world is not
just
perceived.
so close to just a singular thought.
It is composed, woven together from fractured impressions and inconstant recollections. An illusory coherence imposed upon the chaos we were never meant to comprehend.
You could have just stopped it. What is this?
Give me a crafting check, Osnith, if you don't mind.
Sure.
But no, I don't know what it is.
25.
These buttons correspond to some of the skill sets that they're looking for. You recognize a symbol or an equation that's common in alchemy. You recognize, metallurgical kind of like formula abbreviations that are used in blacksmithing. There's other ones that kind of hint towards other types of skill crafting. Whatever this remote does, it interacts with or is associated with those skill sets in some way.
If I may, this may be just an ephemeral synthesis of perception and assumption, but could it be possible that these symbols associated with these skills, which relate to these people, could have something to do with those inert forms. Could this somehow be involved with an attempt to transfer the skill sets of individuals into automatons?
Sure.
Tom's eyes just glaze over.
Tom, you have been recently, exhibiting a newfound proficiency for verbiage and philosophy and theory, obviously. So perhaps you've got some ideas in this regard.
Oh, I'm fresh out of ideas. Those things in there, I don't understand how those correlate to this at all. But I don't like them.
Does the button that opened the door also close the door?
No.
Waiting for an elevator.
I'm just looking around for a handle or a lever or something else.
Give me another perception check, please.
Oh,
Yeah, it's this mechanism, even though it like clicked and slid open quite nicely, it is complex. There's a lot of like metal gearing and stuff like that that are making this kind of smooth. Unfortunately, you don't recognize certain parts, especially not with the 12 and in the dark with like a dim red glow going on. But I will say what you do recognize is that the lights in the room are beginning to pulse.
Do these things have eyes?
Close the bureau.
Not eyes as you would recognize them. Like, they have like lenses where they should be, but there's no like, eyeball, so to speak.
So he's.
You're just closing the.
Yeah.
All right.
Felt like they were staring at me. Thanks
Okay.
for closing that there, Merrick.
Maybe we check this chest quick like and then vacate the premises.
May I ask you a question quickly? Is the room we're in the size of the bank, or is it like is this floor smaller than the ground floor?
It's smaller than the entirety of the ground floor,
Okay.
but it's a decent sized room. It's probably like I suck at giving room sizes, but
Yeah. Okay.
it's probably like 30 by 40. It's
Yay
not
big by yay and a half wide.
Yeah, it's a decent sized room. You can easily fit probably like another 4 or 5 people comfortably in this room.
Okay, but this is the second floor, right?
Correct.
Given that I've been inside the bank below,
Yes.
could I sort of mentally
map?
piece together, where we are, like
Oh yeah,
in
sure.
relation to what's below us?
Absolutely. Yep. If you're doing like architecture stuff, you're pretty much directly above the dude's marriage who you ruined. His office. If you were to like tunnel in there, that's more or less where you'd be.
Okay.
So
Does part of the room extend over the vault below us?
no, it does not.
Okay, so it's over in the front
short.
part. Okay.
Yes, correct. Yep.
Okay. Well, I was just going to say that given that the world we navigate is just a shared hallucination that we agree upon, I may or may not remember exactly where we are in relation to the lower floor, but I do believe we're above the gentleman's office whose keys I pilfered. If we would want to, attempt to gain access through the floor, perhaps that could be a way out of this room and into the bank proper.
Oh, do you have any acid?
Do I have any acid, Tom? You're adding comedy to your set of proficiencies there, aren't you?
Oh, I'm known as a very funny individual with my own people.
At any rate, though, Merrick, you wanted to see what was in that chest, I believe, yes?
If you don't mind.
All right, I guess you got to make one more quick thievery roll.
Yep. Give me one of those.
Oh,
That's bad.
you're a hero.
You do have a hero point if you want to reroll.
Do you have a
Alright.
hero point?
Let's do it. Okay. Do I click the hero point or what?
Can right click in the chat where you rolled,
Okay.
and then you can select reroll using hero point.
Cool. Rolls here.
Wow.
I have Foozca-itis.
You're going can't quite. It's another one of these weird locks. There's something about this new element of technology that they've incorporated into this building and the locks and everything that has to do with it. It's unfamiliar and it's baffling. It's difficult for you to get that particular one open.
You know, friends, to experience disappointment is to be reminded yet again that we are but spectators in a play that we did not write. Whose script cares nothing for our desires.
So you couldn't get in.
In a word.
Merrick, you are beginning to see a very bright blue light spill out from the corners of the dresser.
Right.
I'm sorry, you can continue. I just wanted to.
Tom, he's seeing Osnath stuck. Is just gonna kick it. He's just gonna kick right next to the lock where you're trying to. We gotta get out of here, like right now. I don't know what's in there.
Holy shit!
And then he's not even gonna wait to look to see if it worked. He just gives it a swift kick and then runs over the knife that Merrick threw down. Is that still on the ground?
It's in the drawer that he left it in.
Oh,
yeah.
he put it back in the drawer. All right. Then
Yep. The drawer's still open, I imagine. You guys are just rummaging through stuff.
But
But
it does glow, so you could it certainly would.
yeah,
draw
it's
your
not
attention
hard
if
to
you wanted
see.
it.
That's true.
All right. Just gonna grab it and just shove it in a pocket and then run over towards the window.
Okay, I do need a will saving throw from you. Osnath, to your surprise, the goblin's kick triggers a click and the chest pops open.
The absurdity of persistence lies in its paradox, I guess.
It does. Tob, you are
Or
you're
if the
running.
first don't succeed, just kick it. He's running towards the window.
You're running to the and you see Tob like hesitate for a moment and then continue running. But for Tob's perspective, your whole face went blank and you are again
Like,
some
when he's
you're-
listening to Osnath.
yeah. Except you're not listening to some other. Again, you there's a cold kind of intelligence that you can feel kind of probing its way into your mind, and you just, in an effort, shunt it out of it, and are able to kind of hold on to the dagger for now. But whatever is on the other side of that definitely tried to make some kind of contact with you, and you were able to resist it. But yes, back to the chest. I imagine as you are running for the window, inside the chest are two of the strangest guns you have ever seen. They are completely silver in make. They don't seem to have any way that you can load ammunition into them, but they're clearly firearms of some kind. And they're also they're slightly different in their design. They're not identical guns, but that is what you see in there.
Now, just consider what they asked us to come in here and get. Does the paperwork we found feel like what they wanted?
It is, for the most part, it definitely helps. You have shipping manifest that you could definitely, that is enough to keep it going, for sure.
I don't remember if they needed something specific. Because before I noticed the blue glow, I was going to start looking to see if there was a loose floorboard or one I could pry up.
You can give me a perception or thievery.
I know which one I'm rolling.
Okay, awesome. Unfortunately, your frustration, this is a very well floored.
Yeah, I figured it was probably.
This is good quality stuff. It's pests would have a hard time getting in here.
And yet here I am.
Meanwhile, Tom is out the window. I guess Osnith, what are you up to while Merrick is thinking?
So Merrick doesn't see these guns yet.
No,
occupied
yeah.
elsewhere.
Just me. All right. I guess I would reach in and pick the guns up and say, "Hey, Merrick, what do you make of these?"
Was that not? What in tarnation? We gotta go.
I'm so happy to hear Tarnation.
He tosses one of the guns to Merrick.
I'll catch
Assuming
it
that
and
we're
like
taking
loop it in a belt and then clamber up the window and reach a hand down because we gotta get the hell out of here. I
So
don't know what
do
this
we-
blue glow is, but I hate it.
Do we take the ledger?
Oh,
Or the-
we would have grabbed all the paperwork.
Paperwork? Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like to take the remote too.
Yeah, you can take.
Yeah.
Honestly, all the stuff that you found is very easily transported on somebody's
Manageable, yeah.
person or
Well,
a
let's
pass.
figure
Paperwork in
all that.
particular, if no one else grabbed it and I saw it, I would have told you to grab it. But
Okay.
Yeah.
we'll take the box too. Let's do it.
Just take everything. All right, so this room has been thoroughly looted. All right, can I have a order of people coming out and how you were doing it, just in terms of speed, stealth, that kind of stuff?
I think Todd would have been the first to the window. He did not like the things behind the dresser there.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted out and quickly. Probably more quick, less stealth.
Gotcha. All right, so you are on your. So give me just either acrobatics or what's the other one? Athletics to see how you exit the window
With haste.
with haste and grace. 23, no problem. You are out.
Hey.
Hit the ground running. He's done. Who's up next?
I think I said I was going out the window and then offering a hand back for Osna.
All right. Hand back out the window, Osnith. Okay. So same deal. Athletics or acrobatics, if you don't mind. Just to check the dismount. Sorry, Joe. I know rolling is a perilous quest for you. But...
I mean, yeah.
Hey, you did it. Good job.
Let's go.
All right. And Osnith, you can go out. You will have a bonus, or I will lower the DC of your dismount thanks to Merrick actively helping you.
Okay, you said either acrobatics or athletics.
Yes, please. Yep. Either or. Okay. Yep. That's Merrick helping you out. Gets you out smooth. You are all on the roof now, and those of you who are looking back, like Merrick specifically, this room is just basked in the blue light now. Whatever is happening, it is a powerful light, and you're probably thankful that you're not there anymore. What else are you guys up to?
North was things went south, and well, I should have used different words because now I'm referencing south. North was it went poorly, and south was it didn't.
Right. Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna take an estimation on this bright blue light and say that they're gonna be fucking aware in a second.
Okay. All right.
And then just assume that as one obvious guy on a horse, I will be faster than the group of them trying to get to a carriage.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure they have, like, they all have all the paperwork. I've got one of the strange guns, and that's it. That we can lose that. Get a carriage, get head north, and then I'm gonna run to the edge, whistling loudly for my horse to get ready. And I'm gonna jump off and grapple hook swing onto my horse and head south, loudly, obviously, and with a big chase me sign on my back if I got time.
Okay. All right. Give me a attack roll for the grappling hook and a performance to see if you can get. You're obviously going to get attention regardless. This is just like the quality of the attention.
Okay,
Excellent.
Batman
Create your horse.
out here.
Good
Let's
stuff.
go.
Yeah. Grappling hook goes on. You can zoom on down to your horse. That's perfect.
Can I make an argument? There's multiple guards out in the street, right?
Yes. There's multiple automatons.
If I take a
correct.
second to stare them down, can I make an argument for a group coercion instead.
Okay, so you'd get their attention and then try to coerce
I'm gonna
them
swing
into-
down onto my horse and just do a straight up like rear back on the two
I love
legs
it.
and just
Yes,
like eyeball
absolutely.
like I robbed you.
Okay, absolutely. Let's go. Go for it.
Then what I'm gonna do is use. Well, I say group coercion because that's the skill feat, but I'm going to attempt to coerce, which is just an intimidation check, which I can do as a glare. I'm stacking all my stuff. I guess no, it's technically a demoralize with a glare. Either way, I'm gonna roll an intimidation check,
Sure,
and I
sure.
can do that against the will DC of up to 5 people instead of just 1.
Okay.
Um,
Let me pull these.
and it increases to by the. I think that's up to 10 because I'm an expert. Actually, yes, it does. So we'll do this, and just for the sauce, we're gonna add the D4. So 24 intimidation.
Jesus. Yep, these guys all have the
Hell
same will. Yeah, if it's just going off of will DC, then yeah, that. So you were trying to demoralize them into
Basically, I'm
attack-
coercing them. Like what I want you to do. What I want you to do is coercion, and what I want you to do is look at me, follow me. I'm the guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna like with the other hand scatter a little bit of gold coins. I just robbed you. Look at me.
Okay. You watch as the two guards at this point who are in front turn to you. The lamps off their eyes turn red and they begin to kind of attempt to subdue you as you are beginning to
I'm going to
kind of run away.
hopefully outrun them on a horse, but I'm gonna start riding slower. Like I want them to
Okay.
follow me for a bit before I start
Understood.
going.
You want to make it a race. I got you.
Yeah.
Their movement, I don't think was special. It's 25. Yeah, so they've
Okay. Well,
stopped movement.
the 40 feet I got on this horse will probably get me somewhere.
Yeah, and that's not
But I'm
including.
gonna go slow at first.
Give them the old cop try to catch me kind of thing. Okay, so they go.
Oh, no, you're so fast.
They go off. As you were down the street and you two were still on the roof, you hear the shattering of wood, just like a brief kind of concussive shatter, and then wood just splintering all over the room that you were just in.
Ooh.
But you guys are still on the roof. Kuza, you are no longer the bongo queen. It's been a while since this is happening. We'll say what you're doing is them jumping out of the roof. This is your time, or jumping out of the window. You're dispelled. What are you up to?
And then Miracle's breathing by me horse, I guess.
He's just by you on a grappling hook first. And then
Batman.
The bongo. Oh, hello. All right.
The guards go faster too. Just
All right. So I think everything is working out pretty well. The bongo's gone. Nobody seems to notice.
I'm just gonna like peer into the room in time for the like shattering of wood to happen in that room.
Yep.
Just
Oh shit. Maybe it was a good thing I wasn't there.
I'm gonna she's gonna mosey off in the exact opposite direction. She's gonna try and head like vaguely like north. Not that she's like going towards the exit, but just is attempting
Okay.
to get some distance from
Gotcha.
the chaos that's happening.
that's no problem. As you're doing that, that room that you're in, you see 5, 6, 7 pairs of like glowing white eyes that stand out quite a bit in the darkness. They're all kind of assessing the situation, and there's some movement going on. All right, so you are going that way. Team Rooftop, what are you up to?
Getting the hell out of here.
Tom, elusiveness is the hand that shatters glass and does not linger to admire the shards. Let's go.
What? Getting the hell out of here. So are there any guards in the like below us now? Or
There are
have they
no
all
guards
gone?
below you because they are following that, but I will say after
Which way are we going?
a sec.
It just, left, right, north, south. That's it.
Do we know which
Oh, we're
direction the
getting-
carriage is in?
That is savage.
Which way the carriage is going? Which way you mean?
The getaway
direction?
carriage?
Yeah.
There's one on the north side, one on the south side. You would know
okay.
exactly streetwise where you're going. Merrick said you were going specifically to the north one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then the south one is open to you.
No, I told them to go to the north one. I am going.
Right. Merrick's going south. Yeah.
Take what I said. I'll flip it.
Right there.
Genuinely, because I was only going north because on the map that's just the direction that's away from Merrick. She doesn't know what the plan is.
Yep, that's my bad.
So is that what we're gonna do, Todd? Head north?
Yeah, north it is. To
Okay.
Kershaw and Wilson or something.
Kershaw. Yep, exactly. Kershaw. Good memory, man. Hell yeah.
Go make the same whistle that he heard Merrick do in hopes that Pox listens just like that horse. Listen, just runs across the road.
Okay. I think Pox is just hyped to see you running. I'd met like dogs, they get all excited. He's ready to go. As your feet hit the ground, you hear a shrill coming from the remaining the guards, the gold tank broker guards. So it's clearly an alarm. It's like a klaxon, but they're all kind of going off. And you see the lights in the bank turn on, and you hear footsteps of someone like, "Oh man, what the hell!" just kind of scrambling and running. So there's clearly some action going on behind. The remaining guys are blaring. It's potentially GTFO time.
We gotta make like a tree and get the hell out of here.
Okay. All right, Osnith, you are unfortunately, I believe, the slowest person outside right now.
Okay.
Just because there's two of your teammates are mounted and Kuza has a head start on you, so
Sure.
Just keep that in mind. How do we do this?
We gotta get you a horse.
As he zooms by on his dog.
Really not a horse.
Oh god. All right, so if you want to just you obviously can say that you're just dashing, like full on sprinting at that point.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I would say is you can give me a combination of society, in which case you were just trying to mentally map out what is the fastest way to get to where you want to go. If you want to go that route, or you can just do like an athletics to just see if you're gonna jump over people's fences in the backyard, like hurdle over stuff, like just take a shortcut using your athletic ability primarily would be, or you can even argue acrobatics at that point. I'm good with that too, depending on how you want to negotiate that. But it sounds like your friends are going south. No, north. And then Merrick's, I suck.
To the west.
Yeah.
I think I would probably attempt to use my knowledge of the city to try and gain the advantage in catching up there. So probably society.
Okay, gotcha. Awesome. Give me a society roll if you don't mind.
Yes, let's go.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
24.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, you mentally map out a very safe and like low visibility route for you to kind of cut through these neighborhoods and kind of go that route. Kuza, are you increasing your speed at all?
Did they
you hear
both
literal
blow by
alarm?
me, or?
Yeah, I mean, Pox probably
Okay.
just blew the doors off you, and I imagine.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she's clearly the last one, yeah, she'll pick up the pace a little bit.
All right. Okay, so 11:55. I don't know if I want to go quite into this yet, but I will say,
Turn into something fast.
She can't do it in front of the guards.
Yeah.
she's going. So, oh my goodness.
Awesome. I will say the as that's happening, you also hear like footfalls and stuff coming from the streets as guards are now reacting to the bank alarms that are occurring. But as you are fleeing, you see a handful of those weird automatons, new wave automatons kind of jump down off the roof and are beginning to take aim with their arms. And you see just red beams of light kind of flick by the two of you, Osnith and Kuza, as they are beginning to take chase, and they are quite quick. But it's getting to that point where I think we'll end it here, and we'll come back next week with this whole
for the chase.
scene. Yeah, essentially.
More
As you
guys, I
guys
got
are-
the slow guys off your trail.
Yeah.
I just love the imagery of Tom on Pox just fucking booking it. It's like, I guess we gotta go. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
Oh
Who
goodness.
said maybe an hour ago that we should not separate again? And here we go.
We're killing it. We're out here killing it. Yeah.
Listen, somebody opened a secret panel and exposed future robots after us, and so now I had to take action to resolve the situation.
absolutely.
I love how creepy of a moment that is. It's like all those robots, like, ooh. And there's just like a blue light, like, ooh, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Sound to leave.
Yes.
But yes,
Yes, indeed.
that is currently what is happening. All right, excellent.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
guys so much. This is a tremendous
you.
amount of fun. I love you guys. This is such a fun cast.
It's wonderful.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you.
I was too tied up. I wasn't paying attention. I should have been looking for someone to raid. Hold on. I was very distracted. We were having a great time.
Check out the Foozca store for late night buskers.
Like night busing.
I just want to say thank you for making the bank multiple stories. I took grappling gun because I was like, I didn't expect it to come up nearly this quick or this significantly.
Oh my god, it was so
Wonderful.
good.
I think it's a key part of your character now.
I agree. I agree. Let's see. Oh, solid
horseback
is
intimidation, coercion.
Solid and hollowed and rev are all on.
I rolled 3 times tonight. I rolled a 1,
I thought-
2, and a 3. So
Perfect.
yeah.
I looked
123,
at how
you're
they're
breaking
going
records.
4 hours.
I don't know how long we'll be on. Okay, anyway, we are going to raid into the lovely Solid because I don't think I've ever raided him, and I know he has raided us. So I definitely want to return the favor and also give him some love. He's been hanging out with us lately, and it's been cool, and with like a bunch of other people too. He's
Solid's
been
good
around.
people.
He is. So let's go say hi. Also, some of the other people have been streaming for like 4 hours, so I don't know how much longer they'll be on. Which was also hilarious because the last time I raided Dirty, you guys were finishing, and
Yeah,
you were like,
just-
"No," and I was like, "Why? Why no?"
We just said that we were ending the stream, and that was.
Yeah.
You're just not welcome on
hilarious.
Dirty's channel. I don't know why you thought it was really
I think,
appropriate to raid
yeah,
him.
he invited me once and never. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He learned about
Actually,
Oh, it's true. That's my bad. Oh, okay. I dig my own graves tonight. Is what's happening. So I'm going to say goodnight. We'll be back next Friday, I believe, as long as our schedules are all good, and then
just let me know.
we'll continue the chase and
Oh, I
stuff.
didn't even think about
but-
the fact that we got to bury someone in a shallow grave after we shoot him and steal their boots.
Oh god damn it! Have a good night, guys.
Bam.
thanks for the game.